We're live. Yo, we're live right now. I hope that was the first thing that they heard you say. I'm gonna be real with you. I hope that was the first thing they heard you say. Let me go ahead and tweet out the stream because, of course, Yoku, I gotta be real with you, dog. You fucked me, dog. What did Mikey say? What did you say he was doing?
Wait, what?
What did you say he was doing? Fucking up the church's money. What's good with you,
Fucking
dog?
up the church's money.
There we go.
Let me go and tweet out the stream. We are live. Episode 3 of the podcast is here.
Damn, already episode 3.
Nigga, it's just episode 3. It's not that deep. Relax.
I gotta make it, dramatic.
Nigga, 2 weeks is a lot of time. That's the name of the actual title. Bro.
Right.
2 weeks is a lot of time.
And we skipped a week, so it's like, it's 5 weeks?
I think so.
Yeah.
Anyway, I mean, are we all good? Everybody hear you? Everybody watching? Are we good? Can you hear everybody? Yoku, speak up, please, for me real quick.
Hello.
Oh, you're great. Oh, you're fine.
Good.
This is the first time you've ever. This is the first time you have ever sounded good. I hope you know that, dog.
That's what's up. Hey, I
hope you know that. Let me go ahead and tweet out the stream. Retweet the stream. Come. We're litty. Excuse me.
Yeah.
I'm dying. Anyway, what is poppin', everybody? We are live right now. I hope everybody should see us. Hello. Hi. How are you doing? We're lit. Yo, Yoku, dog. I'm gonna need you to start having some personality, but I need you to start smiling at some shit.
Hey, man, where's the link to the stream at, bro? Where the link to the stream at, dog? Like,
okay.
It ain't here.
It's
All right.
It's in a chat. It's in a chat. It's in the chat. It's in the. Let me go at these niggas. I don't care.
Yo, why am I so blown the fuck up?
I don't care, bro. I'm sorry.
Hey, bring it back on me, dog.
You are kind of. Why are you kind of blown up like that, Mike?
I don't know. Bring it back.
Like, let me. Wow. There you go. Okay, there you go. Okay. Yeah. Anyway. What's poppin', everybody? Welcome to episode number 3 of the Roundtable podcast. It is I, your host, Sacred Almighty, the Almighty Sacred Adam. It's called Mighty. We're lit, and I'm here joined by my amazing 2 co-hosts. Everybody say hi, because it's been like 2 weeks.
Bro, damn.
Well, my name is TheeMikeyJ. How you guys doing? What's going on?
Okay, yeah.
And
is that Philly? What, Mikey? What the fuck was that? Like what's wrong with you?
I didn't get introduced by name. You introduced yourself by name.
No, because I said my amazing co-host, and I wanted y'all to come in. Somebody at first could have just been like, hey, it's me, TheeMikeyJ, you know?
Well, in this case, Yoku dropped the ball then, because I did what I was supposed to do.
Yeah, Yoku.
Nah, dude, I was waiting on you to finish. Like,
I was done.
You just got through arguing. You know what? You got it, man. Anyway, what's up, guys? My name's Yoku, aka Young Flubber Dick, aka Young. Can you say that? Can I say penis on the stream? Like YouTube's not. AKA Young Flubber Dick. All right. Anyway, got the flyest flat top in the land. I need a haircut though. Somebody slide me $20. Also, can I get a 1 in the chat?
Why?
If you guys do drugs? Just a 1. Just a 1 in the chat if you guys do drugs.
Bro.
1 in the chat. 1 in the chat, bro. Please. I need to see something real quick. I just want to see if you guys can get a 1 in the chat. You know, if you don't do drugs, then just like a 0. Put a 0 in the chat. It's all good.
Well, I definitely don't do drugs.
Yo, wait, what?
No. He's right. No, he's right. Because earlier today, first and foremost, rest in peace, Juice WRLD.
For sure.
Honestly, that's like one of the worst news anybody could wake up to. Real talk. I actually personally wasn't a fan, but whenever I did chime in, it was when he had some new shit out, and I listened to it, and like if it was good, I keep it. If it wasn't good, I wouldn't keep it. You know what I'm saying? It just be like, okay, he's the regular artist. He's talented, yes, but I wasn't like a fan like Shino was. Shino was at a time like
his album shit. His freestyles was fucking dope.
Dog, he was a monster with the freestyles.
But I never really vibed with his, his album shit because I was never on that type of shit. I was never on no psychotic, depression type shit to where I need to like bathe in it. You know what I'm saying?
No, and that's
he made good music.
Man, look, I gotta be. That's the reason why, I wasn't like a humongous fan of him, because it was kind of just like, I understand the need to find somebody or find an outlet that's relatable for you, because some people, they have the depression, they have the sadness, and they like to bask in it through music, and it's like their outlet and shit. But my thing is, like, that shit really does kind of like manifest into your personal life the more you listen to it, and as time goes on, you're not sad forever. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of just like, look, dog, like, while the music was good, I don't want to be sad if I don't listen to sad music if I'm sad.
Yeah, no, for sure.
I was never a fan.
Like that too.
I was never like a fan of that, but he made really good music.
I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I don't think that I've heard anything of his. I know him by face. I have no idea.
You've never heard Lucid Dreams?
Okay, so yeah, I've heard that song.
That's the biggest one.
Okay.
It's the biggest
one.
one.
It is unfortunate though to wake up to that news for sure. But I don't want anyone to think that I'm just that I know who this is, because I don't. A lot of those rappers, I have no idea who they are.
Well, what I will say is Juice WRLD was one of the people who didn't have a lot of controversy around his name. Like, you know how a lot of people coming up, a lot of these kids have like some type of issues. There's some type of phobic, there's some type of abuser, there's some type of like, crazy motherfucker in the head and some shit. He actually was just a regular ass, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
he was just a rapper.
He was exactly.
His problems never spread out to anybody else.
Like, his music was his music, and that was just what he was dealing with on the inside. But one thing that he did talk about in a lot of his music, and this is unfortunately what I think was his demise. I don't want to assume anything, be disrespectful or anything, but it's these drugs. He was kicking that lean hard as fuck, bruh.
Yeah.
In every single song, there's always like a lean reference. There's always like a drug reference towards that shit. And it's just like, I understand that's just like a coping mechanism, dog, but that's just not a healthy coping mechanism. And that shit, we've seen so many people. Look what happened to fucking Gucci Mane, Lil Wayne. Fredo just died 2 years ago for that shit. I'm like,
what's his name? UGK. Pimp C.
Yeah, Pimp C too. Like, bro, like that lean shit fucks with you, and the more you keep doing that shit fucks with your heart. That shit actually fucks with you. So,
that's what happened to Lil Wayne. Like, he was on stage and nigga just had a whole seizure. Same thing that Juice WRLD did.
Dog, I promise you, if we would have lost Lil Wayne, it would have been rap, dog.
Dog, it would have been crazy.
If we would have
Lil
lost
Wayne survived, I should say.
If we would have lost Wayne, I would have been sad.
If he don't stop doing what he's doing anyway, like, I don't know if he's still doing it now, but I definitely know that was like,
Wayne is done.
Oh, he's done.
So is Gucci.
Cool.
Yeah, cool. That shit is fucking when Gucci came back from jail, that was a whole different Gucci. Like, you saw the shit where everybody was talking about, how Gucci wasn't Gucci.
Yeah, he was like a clone or some shit. He definitely wasn't a clone, dog.
But yeah, like, Gucci it's an entirely different person. I mean, same with Wayne. Like, Wayne, he's still like honestly one of the best rappers alive, like he says, and I truly believe that.
I think so too.
If you can listen to his raps today, it's not like it was, with Carter 2 and Carter 3 and all those mixtapes in between. It's a little different vibe. So,
and that's another thing too. Like, most of these niggas were drugged up when they were making some of their best music. Like, Schoolboy Q used to do lean as fuck, like lean hard as fuck when he was famous. Chief Keef used to do fucking lean. Everybody did lean at some point. Yeah. And it's like, hey, Migos too. It's like, hey, this is cool and all. And I get it, it's an image, but come on, dog. Like, something, y'all can't be doing this shit. Because one, that shit fucking with them. Because they're a lot older than, what I'm saying, than you really think they are. And they health is deteriorating and shit. And they got these little ass kids who are looking at them like, that shit's cool. Mm-hmm. And it's like, fuck, dude, my favorite rapper, he doing this lean shit. Let me try it,
Yeah, we talked about this earlier.
Like that, you should get medicine. I've never been a fan of.
No, and that's what people don't understand. That shit is actual medicine. Does anybody know how that shit is? It's that ass Sprite cough syrup. If you have it, you grab the fucking
codeine or whatever the
Jolly
fuck it is.
Ranchers or some shit. Grab some code. No, you motherfuckers don't even have codeine because it became popular to the point where they actually stopped selling it unless it was prescribed to you. But people were replacing that shit with NyQuil.
Mm-hmm.
And so it'd be NyQuil, Sprite.
NyQuil was killing niggas. That's
Facts.
what was killing
Because,
people.
you know,
it was
crazy.
actually the NyQuil.
I tell people that all the time too. NyQuil will get you high as fuck.
It do.
Like,
Yo ass,
yeah,
you were on your ass when you drink
If
NyQuil.
I'm ever sick, I just drink NyQuil.
Whoop.
Like not a whole bottle, but just like a little cup or whatever, and I'm gone.
Yeah, you just
Don't nobody
gone.
talk to the rest of the day. I'm gone.
But the whole, I don't understand. It became it became like a party substance. I know when I was in high school, that was my shit. I'm not gonna hold y'all. I definitely did lean before, several times. Literally, cough syrup, Sprite, a Jolly Rancher if you had it, whatever color you want, whatever flavor, and some ice.
When you do lean, this much, probably that's too much. Like that. You see that?
No, I would go a little bit.
But niggas was double cupped up all the way up here.
Niggas was pouring the whole fucking bottle in that shit. That shit is fucking terrifying because that shit gets you high, but like, niggas passed out. I had somebody, this is like back when I was like 17, I think it was one of my parties or whatever. One of my niggas had a fucking accident. That nigga like was drinking that shit, stopped, and passed over. I'm like, bro, what the fuck just happened? And we like, oh shit, get this nigga up, put that nigga on the couch, drink him, give him some water and some shit, you know what I'm saying? And let him chill out. That nigga was like out of it. He was just out of it. That nigga woke up after the shits. He was like, I'm good. What's up? Like, nigga, did you straight? Nigga went to sleep with his eyes like this. I'm like, bro, we don't need to. No. We gotta go. We gotta put this shit down. And I haven't had that ass since the party. Like that shit, genuinely, it's a bad idea, dude. I don't know. It sucks because I know growing up where I'm from, that shit is definitely a thing that we started literally because we saw other people doing it. Yeah. So it's kind of just like looking back at it now, it's like, fuck, dude. Hopefully, one of my guys from the city isn't still doing that shit. I hope not. But you know, that's just my thing. Like, you know, I look at like Juice WRLD as like another nigga from Chicago. Like that shit hurts because it's just like, damn. Like I know where that shit like stems from because he's dead ass the same age as Max, my little brother. He's dead ass like that. He dead ass just turned 21. Yep. And I'm just Max is 21. Max is 21. He's about to be 22 soon. He's about to be 22.
Time, I thought your little brother was like 14, 15 years old.
No. That's about to be Brendan. But
Brendan's like what?
Brendan's like they're about to be 12.
About to be 12.
Yeah. But I was just like, damn, dog, like nigga, that's just another nigga from the city. You know, I know where that came from. So it's kind of just like, damn, dog, like this shit. It kind of hit home, bro. As somebody who wasn't a fan of his, I just was like, damn, bro. Fuck. I know how that shit starts because it starts off, you know, motherfuckers, you know, we come from a place where, nigga, we losing family, friends. The blocks are not safe places. We look up to the niggas selling drugs and shit, rolling dice everywhere.
Those are niggas with money.
Them niggas
with the power.
Them niggas are them niggas. I gotta be 100. Them niggas were like gods in our eyes, bro. When them niggas walked around and shit, we were just like, and that was it. Like it was that ass just that, and it sucks, bro. It sucks. That's some trash ass shit to wake up to. Yeah, that shit happened dead ass in the morning. There's a creepy ass video on Academics' page. It was dead ass a video of him on the plane hours before he landed, and it was him just having fun on the plane, and I'm just like, wow, that shit was creepy. If anybody watches that shit, go to Academics' page. It's literally just like a video of him on the plane. He threw like water in one of his friends who was sleeping's face, and he was giggling and shit. I'm just like, damn, this nigga looks happy as fuck. And that ass in the next 1 or 2 hours, he lands and he's dead. It's like, what the fuck's going on here?
The thing with that is, it's like seizures. I guess medicinal induced seizures, like the one that he had, can hit you just like a brain aneurysm. It comes out of nowhere and it will kill you in an instant. So
that shit is saddening, man.
That's the scary thing about, like doing lean or popping pills, or because you never know how your body's gonna react. You never know how your body's gonna react.
Hey, bro, let me see that water bottle. Hold on. Like, just you got words on the side of that shit.
You're supposed to. It's tracking how much you drink.
Mm-hmm.
So you're supposed to drink this throughout the entire day, and then you start, because it's supposed to be for somebody who's like waking up with a healthy sleep schedule. You start drinking at 9, 11, 1, 3. Like you're literally just drinking throughout the day. That much.
Right. By the end of the day, that shit.
Yeah, by the end of the day, this shit is done.
Clean.
It's literally just done. Like I'm always hydrated. The bitch is like $12, dog. But I don't know, dog. Rest in peace, Juice WRLD, 100%.
For sure.
I feel for the family, the friends, especially the niggas close to him, dog. Real talk.
The niggas that work with him.
Yeah.
I mean, he was up and coming. Like the nigga was going. If he would have got out of his mode, you know what I'm saying? Making that, sad boy music and shit. If he'd have, I guess, moved on into trap, or he moved into what's the new shit that some dance type shit, the shit Lil Uzi on.
Oh yeah,
he could have blew up.
Nah, he could have not. He definitely had a lot of talent. That shit's trash.
He had way too much talent.
Because like I said, I was never the biggest fan of him. But whenever I did listen, it was like, this is good music. Even if it's not some shit that I would listen to literally like, as a constant day-to-day thing, whenever I did peep, this shit was good.
Like when Lucid Dreams came out, like I was going through my shit. You know what I'm saying? And that shit hit a nigga pretty hard.
That wasn't the song that
I was vibing with that nigga.
That was not the song that got me. It was which song was that? It was off his recent album. It was I think it was Make Believe. It was that
the song of the album.
It was a song. It's like the last song off of his last album. And I was listening to it, and I kept maybe like 3 or 4 songs off there till I got to the last one. And the last one, when I heard it, it was like a regular ass sample. When you hear it, you know what it is, right? Regular ass sample. How he did it was fire. He just showed talent in that 2-minute span, and I just was like, this is my favorite song by this nigga, hands down. This is my favorite song by this nigga. So if anybody's that ass wants a fucking Juice WRLD recommendation, listen to Make Believe. That shit, that's my shit. I love that shit, dog. And that shit came out literally around a time where I was actually falling out with a woman, and we just kind of just fell out. But it was like you know what I'm saying. It was one of those whatever bitch type of scenarios. I didn't care, And that was that. But I needed that. It was just like, damn, bro. I gotta remember who the fuck I am, bro. Me. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and like, where did that take you, man? How'd that make you feel?
I feel great. I'm in a great spot now.
That's great.
But no,
absolutely love it.
Rest in peace, 100%, man.
You could tell younger Nick something. What would you tell him?
Younger Nick
during
something?
Yeah, during that exact moment.
Oh, dog. I'd tell him before that moment, dog. Don't talk to that girl. I'll be real. Don't talk to that girl, bro. Don't talk to that girl, bro. Dog, she
younger Nick will be like, bro, but she got ass. Nah, it's not worth. Don't even do it.
Nah, bro.
Don't worry about it, bro.
Trust me, dude.
That shit is never worth it.
Trust me, dude. If I could tell younger Nick a lot, I could tell him a lot of shit. If you've been like a long time subscriber, dog, man, I could tell younger Nick a lot of shit when it comes to life.
You know what's crazy? I wouldn't tell younger me not to go through what he went through. At least not the beginning. Like once after it got to a certain point.
At what point? What age do you think like you would go to like stop?
When did I get with her? Shit, hold on.
It's always a fucking woman. God damn.
Absolutely. Hey, what do you mean?
Don't invest in that stuff. Don't buy that fucking game. It's trash. It's always about a fucking woman.
I always say this, bro, and I gotta be 100% real with y'all. Relationships are terrible, bro.
Absolutely.
New age relationships.
are life altering. They're always life altering.
Facts.
Because you're never going to, because basically getting into a relationship takes you out of your norm. So now you got this woman on the side or woman in your face or however you deal with her. She's there.
Yeah, that's
you got to do something with
that's
that.
you, Playboy. That's all you.
That's something you gotta stop. Either take some time out of your day, take some of your game time, take some of your beat off time, take some of whatever time, and allocate that to her.
Yeah.
That's life altering.
I can't beat off with her.
No. Some people some people get so invested in relationships they lose themselves. So when they get out of that motherfucker,
they don't know what to fucking do.
They don't know. I know that's what happened to me.
They don't know what to do.
I know. We my first public relationship with Betty Boop. I know when that shit happened, I tried so hard to not. You know what I'm saying? Change my shit. I was just like, because before that, I had a fallout with, and I was just like,
wait,
you know what?
on. There's like two you knows right now, like
the one before, the one I'm talking about, the one before that, and before that, I was like, after that situation happened, I said, damn, I will never let anybody else get me like that, because that's how I got big in the first place. How I got all this weight and shit. A nigga was sad. I was like fucking gargling dominoes and shit because I was sad as fuck. I was comfort eating. Mikey knows this shit. So
how you think I got fat?
Yeah, we miserable out here. But literally, the next relationship that happens, when I got so emotionally invested to that shit, it was like a whole different person for me personally. And the moment that shit ended, I tried so hard to keep my word to myself. Like, please, dog, do not get sad again. Do not, you know what I'm saying? Don't get sad. Don't sit here and just let that shit take over. Go do something. Go record. Go go stream or some shit. Go take your mind off some shit. You know what I'm saying? But it didn't work. It ended up spiraling into a different direction than it would if I was just sad over the relationship. It was more so I was sad over me. Like, why, like what happened to me and shit. And I started to dead ass lash out at just everybody. And it was just like, fuck, like, damn, what's good with me? You know what I'm saying? And it's like, you get some time to yourself and you start looking at who you were before. And it's just like, damn, bro, I don't even want to get another relationship for a good grip.
Mm-hmm.
Facts.
And at some point, I definitely went down the path of, it got so bad. I got to the path of, and I hate to be that guy, but you learn from your mistakes 100%. It's better somebody hears this out than I do. At some point,
crack cocaine?
No, relax. At some point, I started using, the saying, if you can't get over them, what's the saying? Lay up under somebody else, some shit like that.
Huh?
What's the saying?
Yes,
I get what you're saying, but I don't.
Wherever you're going with that, that's the most toxic thing you could ever fucking do. No.
To get over somebody, lay under somebody else or some shit, or lay with somebody.
I know
that
one.
That one.
Yeah, don't do that.
And and I went down that spiral.
Don't do that.
And I want you to know, nigga, there are 2 women on this planet that hate my fucking guts. Because I deadass use them as ways to get out of a relationship, and they hate me. And I want you to know, and I just felt bad because I was like, damn, bro. I feel like shit. Because it was just I just let these girls on, and I didn't do all that shit. I could have just kept my sad ass somewhere else.
Did you get your dick wet though?
Yes.
All right. That's all that matter at the end of the day. Don't give me that face.
If you're a heartless bastard,
bro. In that moment, I was heartless. in that point in time, the mission was carried. The mission was carried. But no, that is 100%. Toxic coping, 100%. And I don't know, dude. And then at some point, you kind of got that shit yourself. You got to. Because it goes from being in a relationship to being in a relationship and loving somebody else to getting out of one to loving yourself.
That's dope. All right, let's talk about these fucking games.
Oh yeah. We were talking about some other shit. My B. I'm sorry. That was how do we get that? How do we get to that point?
We went from because Juice WRLD, depression, and women. It's
Oh, yeah.
always women.
I'm telling you, bro.
It's always fucking women.
Relax, bro. I'm not trying to get canceled in this bitch. What's good with you?
But games, video games.
Yo.
All right. So what's the 2-week recap? What is that? What is that?
How's everybody's doing?
Oh, for the last 2 weeks?
Yeah, the last 2 weeks. 2 weeks is a lot of time,
Has it
dude.
been 2 weeks?
Oh, yeah, it is.
2 weeks is a
Bro,
lot
we
of
had it
time.
last week, right?
No, 2 weeks is a lot of time,
We didn't do
dude.
it last week. We did it the week before. So
Y'all sure?
Yes.
between those 2 weeks,
It's a bi-weekly podcast. Speaking of which, promo. If you guys are interested in watching the full stream playback and or watching the highlights, link to that being in the description section below, where you can find literally everything regarding the podcast. Thank you. Leave a like. Anyway,
all right.
It's been 2 weeks. It's been 2 weeks. Yeah, it's been 2 weeks, bro.
I'm gonna go.
Crazy.
All right.
2 weeks,
So
bro.
from the last 2 weeks, I like to keep everybody updated on my school shit. So I got me an iPad, and my school sent me an iPad.
That's not an iPad.
This is definitely an iPad.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
Yo,
Yeah.
I like
What?
that little cover.
Yeah.
I like that little cover. Hold on.
Wait a minute. Open that bitch up again.
That's
That bitch
clean.
hard. But first and foremost, give me that. Give me that.
No,
Give
you can't.
Mikey.
Yeah,
Hey yo,
wallpaper.
Mikey.
Can't have it.
Hey yo, Mikey. What you
That's
doing,
Marvel
bro?
3.
What you doing,
That's
bro?
Marvel 3.0.
What you
I
doing?
think that's fan art.
Mikey,
I don't know.
Mikey, you
It
don't
looks
see
like
that?
Marvel
Mikey, you don't
3.0.
see that?
Yeah, I know.
What's good with you, bro?
Can't have it.
Give me the picture.
No,
Give me the picture. Mikey.
no.
Mikey.
Anyway,
Bro, just type in Marvel 3.0.
so
You got it.
they sent me an iPad,
He's
and
gonna type it.
like
Go ahead. Continue your conversation. I'm gonna miss you right now, right here. Go ahead. Keep talking.
all right, they sent me an iPad, and this is one part of 3 things that the school is going to send me, depending on how far I get through my schooling or whatever. So
Right.
my next package is going to be a
I told you.
HP ZBook,
All right.
and it's going to be fully decked out. It's going to have everything that I'm going to need to start, designing games and all that kind of shit, which is really, really cool.
Mhm.
But my computer can handle all of that. But I'm not putting my schoolwork on my computer, so that's cool. Anyway, we switched from a presentation class into a I guess a psychology class.
Mm-hmm.
So the name of the class is called Psychology of Play.
Right.
So it's basically, you would think it's kind of like delving into, the mind of, gamers and all that kind of stuff. But no, it's absolutely the fucking opposite.
Mhm.
It's a class for literally everyone. So there's like other, majors at the school that I go to. It's like mixing, music production, and all that kind of shit. And basically the class teaches you how to separate your time from work. So basically when you get home,
Mhm.
you have this little block of time to,
Beat off.
get what you want done. Like you basically set yourself up with goals and shit, and then you have playtime. So it lets you allocate your time wisely while being in a good frame of mind to get work done. It's really, really cool, and it breaks down a lot of the emotions and habits that we have to get rid of the bad habits. What the fuck is going on?
He's
Oh, you a
putting that
bitch.
wallpaper on his phone.
I found it. I found it, bitch. Yeah.
You a whole
Yeah.
Anyway.
That's what I've been doing this entire time, nigga. Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway,
The streets
so
needed that, nigga. Stingy bitch. Mike. Continue.
It breaks down the mindset of procrastination. So obviously, I'm a huge procrastinator. If you have ever been to youtube.com/TheeMikeyJ,
Yo, okay, Mikey.
or I
Mikey,
Stay Flexible,
Mikey.
you will
Hey,
know
that's
that I
that's
don't
a-
upload even when I have the time to.
Are we
Bro,
That's
That's that
What are we
YouTube
doing?
channel that tells you how to be a PokeTuber. I know that channel.
Yeah, you gonna get blocked.
Yeah, it's a new definition today. I'm not gonna make those jokes though. We can't make those jokes. But anyway,
I can't make certain jokes, bro. In
I'm telling you,
in
man,
my
just start
own
making them
community,
jokes.
I can't make jokes in my own community.
I would
dog.
just do it, bro. You want me to make the jokes for you?
No,
I
dog.
can't.
I'm already.
I can't do
Never
it.
mind.
Can't do it. I can't do it. Anyway, but yeah, if you ever go to those channels, you would see that I haven't uploaded in like 3 months. So, and I have the means and the capable abilities to do so. I just don't want to. That's where I'm at with YouTube.
So you're doing full time.
I'm working full time, going to school full time. So but
you don't have. I wouldn't even say that you don't have time for YouTube, but
no, but listen,
no, he does.
With this class that I'm taking,
he does.
I have way more time than I need for YouTube. I absolutely do, but I refuse.
Okay.
I just don't want to right now.
Well, Yoku, how are you?
You know, the usual kind of stuff. I'm not as depressed, but we're still there. You know, we're still there.
Hey, you know what would happen?
Why are you depressed, my nigga?
Let me tell you, bro.
Talk to me, bro. We here. Fuck it, nigga. We here.
My mom ain't, listening. So
fuck her.
It's like
Let's go. Let's go.
There's like an 80% chance I'm gonna fail this semester. Okay.
Oh, that is terrible.
That's not good. That's not good at all.
What's wrong with you, dog?
What's wrong with me? I'm simply not interested in these classes. They're like the required classes you have to take. They're not your basics, but they're around your basics, and you have to take them before you can actually go into your degree plan. I just don't want to do that. I don't give a fuck about geology. All right.
But you gotta take it, man.
See,
you think I want to
learn about? You think I want to learn about time management, nigga?
My nigga.
You have to.
I have to, but the thing is, if you actually take the time to even try to understand and try to care about what you're learning, dog, it makes an entirely different difference.
If
that makes sense.
I gotta say, bro, you niggas are in college, bro. You have the 100% the right to drop out whenever you want.
Yo, he supports dropout.
No. There's more. Let me finish, bitch. Oh, lost this bitch your shit. Look, I understand, but as somebody who probably wouldn't even make it out of fucking sophomore year, if you are in school, finish that shit. It don't matter if it's college, high school, whatever. Finish that shit.
Bro, I was talking to one of my coworkers.
I will beat your ass.
Okay.
You're from Chicago,
the importance of school when you're out of high school. So with me, getting out of high school, I went to a business college for it was a 10-month college. Mm-hmm. I got my certificate, and I was like, well, shit. I went to Sears. I worked at this little outlet store for Sears for not even a year. So I got out of that, and I started working with my uncle on his truck. 5 years into that, I was like, well, shit, I could do shit myself. I started my own business. So from there, I was like, damn, I didn't need college anyway. But then my business failed, and I was out of work for almost 2 years. I was like, damn, I should probably go back to school. So at that point, when I was doing good, I had my own business, everything was all good. I didn't think I needed college, because it was such a sure thing to me. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's gonna last.
The reality check,
and then that reality check hit. This is like, fuck.
My thing
and that's how I got fat.
My thing is, bro, you already going in debt, going to college. You may as well finish that shit up, nigga, because you're gonna be in debt when you get out. Just fuck it.
You're gonna be in debt before you go in, and you're gonna be in debt when you get out.
Just fuck it.
Debt before you go in, because you don't have any basis of what the fuck you gonna do. So being in debt before, it's just like it's a no-brainer. It's like, well, why not?
Especially with the opportunities college presents when you do have that diploma, when you do have that degree. So it's kind of just like it's while it is a losing battle, it's not a losing war, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it's a losing battle, but the thing is, it's that much harder to make up later on down the line when you're trying to get that little piece of paper that says, hey, you qualified to do this shit.
Look.
Because you're going to have to take that class over again. You got to pay for that shit.
There are niggas who are dead. Their shit does not matter anymore, bro. You gonna have the debt, nigga. You gonna have the debt, bro. It's gonna be there. Finish that fucking class and shut the fuck up.
Dog, all I'm saying
I wasn't
is
gonna finish it. You just
you need
asked
to,
why I was
no,
depressed.
you need to pass it.
No, fuck that.
When is it? When
I
is the
can't
end
do
of the
shit
class?
right now. I gotta wait till next semester.
I will beat your fucking ass.
Hello?
Why can't you do shit? You can always do shit at the moment. You be like,
Bro,
like,
my final is tomorrow. What you mean?
Oh, never mind. Pack it up, Playboy. We out of here. Yeah, that's it for me. It's
yeah,
it
the
for
final,
you,
the final for
Pack
this
it up,
class is
dog.
tomorrow. Now
you
see,
can
hold on, but
always
I didn't
do
finish
shit.
though. This might just be this particular class. Like, so I took the final for accounting Thursday. I have no idea how I did, but there's a calculus final this coming Thursday, and the professor made this, according to her, she made it 100% easier than any test that we've taken in her class so far. So
Well,
she's like,
pass that
because
shit.
that's what I'm saying. Like, if I actually, I mean, I've been studying for it and I know the material. I don't know why I can't pass those tests.
Hey, bro.
Just get a low D.
Hey, bro. Hey,
Pray
bro.
for a low
Hey,
D
bro, look.
and just pass that shit and go
I need
forward,
nah,
man.
bro. I need a
Put
B
your
or a.
100%
This
I need
into
a
the
B or an
school.
A on the final so that I can pass the class.
That's
with
what
a
I'm saying.
C or a
Pass the
B.
class with a low D. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Not the final.
This goes.
Oh,
Pass
yeah,
the
I feel
class
you, I
with a
feel you.
low D.
This goes for anybody who is struggling through fucking college or not want to do that shit. I will rip your butt cheeks apart. Finish it.
All right.
What's wrong with you?
We're done.
What happened to Sears? Sears, I think Sears went out of business.
Sears-
they're an
Sears-
absolutely trash company. So
One,
they
that
fucking
shit
deserve
is,
it.
Yo, one, that shit is ass. Two, they didn't keep up with the times. This is back when like online
Yeah.
shopping was dead ass on the rise, and they just was
Yeah.
not. They just wasn't. They look at Toys R Us. Look at
They
this
thought,
Toys
that,
R
they thought
Us.
that shit was a fad. They thought that shit wasn't going nowhere. No, this shit is here and it is staying.
And it's only getting worse.
Jiggy, oh, I'm definitely feeling now.
I ain't Jiggy, bro. Don't play. Don't look at the chat. Don't look at the chat.
Take me.
Yo, but anyway, how do y'all feel about Oh shit, I didn't even do my shit. We're good. We're good over here, bro. We're good over here. We straight.
Yeah, nah, nigga. We see you with the squillium robes and shit. And
Oh,
the
wait a
candles.
minute.
Oh yeah, you was
Hold on, bitch,
bougie.
hold on. Now we here.
Yeah.
Hold on, bro. They about to call me Sir Nicholas McDonald V, my nigga. You niggas don't know nothing about the Dawn. Fuck is you talking about, bruh? Hold on, bro. We are here. We are here, you little
Nicholas
whores.
McDonald.
Look at the boy. Yeah. Yeah, we need that, nigga. Yeah, we need that, nigga. Fuck is you talking about, whores?
Hey, you not hot?
Fuck no.
Yeah,
We
it's
need
crazy,
that.
bro. I would be hot as fuck.
We need that, nigga.
I got
We
pants
need
right
that, nigga. Anyway, we good
Hey,
over
when
here. We are
When you bring
fine.
the ladies over,
Actually,
when
the
you gonna bring the ladies
classy.
over?
and
We are
two
we are
flat.
You gonna have your
fine.
nice little cigar.
We
you
are
know? You gonna
fine
bring the
over
ladies
here.
over?
Trust me, we are fine. We are fine over here, dog. I'm sorry. Anyway, we're good over here. Trust me. Mental health is good. Channel is great. Support is great. We good, dog. We are fine. I'm just in work mode. Real talk.
For real. I saw you with the looking back on last year and how last year was actually trash compared to this year. And that's healthy, dog. That's like the most healthiest thing that you can do is to look at your situation before and then come back and look at yourself now.
I feel like infinite. Real talk.
Dog,
That's
it's
some
crazy.
shit. Cause I was in a. We were in a
2018
call.
just was not it.
We were in a call with Tony, and Tony was. I guess he posted like all those pictures from last year, or from the time from like the packs that we all used to go to or whatever. And I was just like, damn, bro, like nigga, where'd you get these from? He's like, oh, from Twitter. I'm like, Twitter? What the hell? I go through my Instagram, I'm just scrolling down, and I'm just like, damn, dog, we got a lot of pictures, bro. And I'm just like, I keep scrolling up, and I'm like, damn, these times are better, these times are better, these times are dope, And as soon as I got to like that 2018 portion,
2018 was trash.
I was just like, this shit was ass.
Garbaggio.
This shit was fucking ass. I was like, you know what, bro? This shit was fucking garbage. And I'm so happy that shit's over with. I'm happy that, I won that battle 100%. I I feel like Infinite. That's just the mood. That's the mood, dog. I don't know. I can't be knocked down no more, dog. I feel amazing. I feel amazing. I'm currently plotting on a lot of changes and shit coming up soon. I'm happy. I'm good.
Hit him with that master plan.
Yeah, niggas not ready for that. That's the throwback. This time, this one gonna work, nigga. This time, this one gonna work. Trust me.
Okay.
But I don't know, dog. I think compared to last year, both mental health wise, channel wise, family wise, nothing's changed. But I mean, I'm not in the same environment anymore like that, so it don't matter.
That's what matters the most. Because family,
anymore.
Believe it or not, family always gonna be there.
Yeah, I mean, just the people that
whether they wanna get right or just stay away. I mean, they still is gonna be there as an entity. You know what I'm saying? But you need to work on yourself.
My cousins saw the videos. They saw the video.
Which ones?
The
ones that you talking about when you moved out?
Dropped the I got kicked out videos.
Oh.
They saw those videos. They saw literally like the 2 weeks after I moved out, and like obviously the girl cousin was like pissed. She was like livid. Like, how could you put our information out there like that? And I was just like, that's the truth.
It's true,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Like,
Don't do it if you don't want it out there.
I'm like, what do you want niggas to do? You did as just you kick somebody out who did nothing. I'm like, y'all want grandma to watch over your kid, nigga. She called me just the other day. She was still watching the baby, and I'm like, so nothing's changed in the month that I've been gone, as expected.
You knew that?
Yeah, I knew that. Of course, come on, bro. So I don't know. It's I didn't care in the slightest. What's crazy is I got a lot of little cousins, and that want to do like YouTube and shit, and they've been like hitting me up recently. So it's dope, dude. I don't know. I'm good, bro. Trust me. The Dawn is good, nigga. We fine, nigga. We fine. Trust me. We are straight over here, nigga.
That's dope. Now,
I'm excited for Resident Evil 3.
Yes, sir.
That's what I'm excited for. Real talk. Because for those who don't know, Resident Evil 3 got leaked.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That shit got leaked. The Kingdom Hearts 3 trailer got leaked. I'm surprised. This week, I'm convinced we're going to be seeing a lot more leaks. Because apparently there's supposed to be 8 games that are supposed to be getting trailers at the Game Awards, as well as the awards being given. So it's like,
Sony announced that on the 10th they're doing another State of Play.
Are they? I don't expect much of that though.
I don't either, but
the last 2 or 3
you really got to think. I mean, the Game Awards is like 2 days after, so they gonna have to do something.
What about
with some type of
anything at the Game Awards? Well, no. If they do what Nintendo does, Nintendo doesn't really give us any information at E3 anymore. They just give it to us in their direct. If they do the same thing for the Game Awards, so like if they have games,
that's what I'm saying. They're gonna have to come.
Oh yeah, we're getting the Court of Owls.
Mm-hmm.
The new Batman game.
Oh,
the Court of Owls Batman.
Is that for Telltale or like just straight up? Like
I think that's the Arkham Knight ones. That's the next game. That's the next game. I'm excited for that. I'm excited for that. Most definitely.
That's fire.
I need that. But
that's a new Arkham game.
Yeah. It's a new Arkham game with for those who don't know, the Court of Owls. Come on, I mean.
Oh, I fuck with this. I gotta beat the rest of the games just to get it to this point.
I don't know. I really didn't. I didn't beat the last one. Arkham was the Arkham City.
You want me to spoil it?
Arkham Knight was the last one.
Yeah,
that was the one Red Hood.
I don't care.
Batman dies.
Yeah,
Batman died in that.
Well, he gonna come back. He Batman.
I mean, I don't think he coming back.
You say it like they ripped his spine out.
Because at the end, Joker died. Obviously, Joker was already dead, but it was kind of like the whole game was like Batman going through the grief of Joker dying. So Joker was.
He lost his like purpose.
Throughout the entire game, Joker was like, he was in his psyche. So whenever like something like a terrible decision had to be made or some shit like that, Joker would pop up and he would be fucking with Batman. And then there would be times where Batman would have to fight the Joker, and then like shit just got crazy.
Didn't they find out? They found out that he was Bruce Wayne? In the end?
Yeah. They found out. Everybody found out that he was Bruce Wayne in the mansion. He blew up the mansion while he was inside.
All right.
So
shit.
I think
he's not dead.
I don't think he's dead.
No, he killed Bruce Wayne. That's the whole plan. That's the emergency protocol. You blow up they blow up the mansion several times in the comics. You blow up the mansion, kill Bruce Wayne.
Got you.
That way you just go Batman. That's why you just go Batman.
Got you.
You kill
I fucks with that. I can see how that would go. But hopefully, here's what I'm thinking. I'm hoping they put more attention to Robin and Nightwing.
That's just not happening.
Man. No, I think no. Wait. For Quarter Owls, that's gonna.
No. For Quarter Owls, Red Hood is definitely gonna be in there.
I need Red Hood, Nightwing, and Robin. I need them to be like a trio in that.
Damien's gonna be in there. Yes.
Yeah. They gotta bring in his son, which means they're gonna bring back Talia al Ghul.
Okay.
There's a lot of shit that has to happen with the Robins themselves. Nightwing technically becomes a part of the Quarter Owls.
He's gonna be in there. They want
him instead of Damien, and then they don't get him, so they bring in Damien, and then Nightwing goes in there and saves his ass. Then he gets captured, but whatever. So yeah, all of them except Drake. Drake is the only one that's not really around / needed.
He's not needed for that. No. Didn't Jason get hired for that shit? Like for like a mission or something like that? He got hired for a mission to do some shit.
He got hired Red Hood to do some shit.
I remember that. Okay, yeah. So you might
That's what I'm saying. Like, even if it's the Court of Owls, you can't just have it as just Batman.
They
have to have the other Robins.
A Rocksteady game centered around the birds, dog. We need it.
All right,
it has to happen because the niggas is too dope.
Are you ready for it?
Nah, I don't know, man.
Nah, Damien with the sword. Come on, man.
I fuck with Damien.
How dope would that be on a Rocksteady game?
He's my favorite Robin. Damien's my favorite Robin.
Jason's mine.
Jason's not my favorite Robin. He's my favorite character of the Bat family.
Well, yeah, I like Red Hood over Jason Todd.
Yeah, I hate his Robin. That motherfucker's stupid.
Bro, hold on. Whoa.
No, he had to get his ass beat.
The nigga was a prodigy, bro.
He was definitely you can be a prodigy all you want to. You're right.
But so is Damien.
Yeah, exactly. See, the difference between no. I see you making this face. I just need you to understand. If Batman told me not to do something because insert X, Y, and Z consequences, and then I go and do it anyway, and then I die, there's a completely different thing between going to do something and then getting my ass kicked and coming back to deal with Batman. He never got to come back to deal with Batman. It was just straight up, yo, don't do this. Nah, fuck you, Batman. I'm gonna do what I want. I don't give a fuck, man. That's my mom. Dead. I'm Joker. I have your mom. Fuck. Batman, where are you? Then comes back to life. I'm mad as fuck at Batman because he didn't save me and my mom. What? I love Red Hood. Favorite Bat family character. Him as Robin, dumb as fuck. Top one dumbest Robins.
Obviously, I can't argue with that.
Damien does some stupid shit, but Damien, just like you said, a prodigy. Damien can talk shit and back it up.
Of course! What?
Damien's ass. There are very few people that can kick his ass.
That's why he's the best Robin. That's why he's absolutely the best Robin. Because Robin actually kicks ass as Damien.
Free. And I just don't like Tim Drake. So we're not even going to talk about him.
Yeah, we don't need to talk about him.
He's just so like useless. Like, why is he there? Just bring in
that was a better Robin. That was a rebound Robin.
They needed somebody.
That was filler Robin.
They needed somebody to fill in. Hey, we're doing Robin tryouts. Is anyone here? My name's Tim Drake. Can I join? Yeah, sure. Fuck it, kick. Come on.
Right. Come on, Nick. I know you got some shit to say.
No, I'm good. I'm saying, I'm great. I'm good.
Tim Drake's definitely not the smartest Robin.
All I'm saying is that game needs to happen. and it needs to be centered around them with minimal Batman interaction. Like Batman can come through and whoop some ass, but like all that detective shit, all that shit. I mean, it was cool for the other games, but nah, we need some bird action with niggas flying through the air, niggas shooting up shit with rocket launchers and all that kind of shit. And I need Damien to come through with the Genji. You feel me? I need Damien to come through with some shit. You know what I'm saying?
You want a Batman mod for Grand Theft Auto?
I need that.
I'm still waiting for the day Terry McGinnis gets some love.
Oh, dude,
that's for real. That's
yes.
For sure.
Because that's just a Batman Beyond is so good, dude. I don't care what
that's
has anybody rewatched that recently?
I started to.
That shit is really, really good. That's but
Batman Beyond is my favorite series.
But the fact when you rewatch it, it makes you understand why they haven't done it yet. Like I feel like they haven't established like Batman as a like through the movies and shit. I feel like they haven't established him as like a character.
I think we can't really get Batman Beyond until you kill Batman, or until you like once it's done.
When the moment they retire Batman,
that's when we can bring in Batman
in the
Beyond.
cinematic universe. I think
once Batman does the laughing what is it? The Killing Joke. Once Batman does
get that movie.
Once Batman does the Killing Joke on the big screen,
the Killing Joke is not coming.
We're not getting
that's
that
when we
movie.
can have Batman Beyond.
We're not getting that
if
movie.
It's not coming, then we're never getting Batman Beyond because that moment kind of broke Batman.
We're not getting that movie. And
after the Killing Joke, that broke Batman.
Yeah, but the Killing Joke doesn't lead into Batman Beyond because the Killing Joke.
No, I'm not saying it does, but that changes Batman as a character.
Yeah,
that's the defining moment that changes. Yeah, that's the defining moment where Batman changes his ideology.
Yeah,
that's where that whole dynamic switches up too.
Yeah,
because that I don't know that whole tug of war between Batman and Joker is definitely
Rage Ball. Yeah, the animated movie already happened and it caught a lot of controversy for it
because it didn't stick to
for
the
multitude
source.
of reasons.
It was a good movie though.
It was great.
Well, technically it did stick to the source. People were just tripping because they actually they were mad because they actually emphasized the fact that Batgirl and Batman had some means of a relationship. Yeah. But like there was no way that shit was just like, oh yeah, he's my father. No. It's the same shit that happened with fucking what's that girl's name? Tara and Slade. Like dead ass Slade is pounding the shit out of Tara and then she dies and he doesn't give a fuck. But that whole thing, comic books are so fucked up and people like, I guess I'm gonna call it the internet. The internet's really fucking pansy about it. Oh, what? He's fucking a 14-year-old? While that's wrong, sure, but that's totally in comic book land, and you can't ask them to bring the source and then not bring the source. Because when they do it, how are you gonna catch flack for some shit that happened 60 years ago, 30 years ago? Like, it's the same fucking thing. I'm just putting it in animation.
It wasn't she in college though?
That girl was in college, yeah.
She was in
or that one in particular was in college, yeah. She was an adult.
Yeah.
Tara's not an adult.
Oh no, Tara's a child. That is a child.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Tara's not an adult.
Oh yeah, he's hella gay.
That's kind of terrible.
Yeah, that's the.
Yeah, I don't necessarily.
That nigga Slade a part of the nation,
bro. I wouldn't put it immediately on Slade, but there's like a whole convoluted thing behind that. But it ends up happening. It starts as that whole father-daughter thing, and Tara being trained by Slade and being taught that if you want something to take it by any means necessary, takes his penis by any means necessary.
Yeah. So that made me throw up a little bit.
Any other game leaks?
I think the only games that are in the loop are the Batman games, Resident Evil 3, and Kingdom Hearts Remind.
We really have to talk about Kingdom Hearts.
I don't play Kingdom Hearts.
Okay, I'll go through a brief scenario.
You guys can spoil it if you need
to. The trailer leaked out 2 days ago, and it showcased everything that I guess the fans felt like they were missing in the game. They're basically treating Kingdom Hearts 3 like they did with Final Fantasy 15. How 15 by itself was a regular, like, sauceless, boneless ass game. But then the DLC comes in. The DLC is like the best thing in the fucking world, and it adds these little details that you need to get the full experience. And that's exactly what Remind is. Remind is literally every single thing that people felt was wrong with the game. So there's characters that get explored on. There's gameplay sections where you can play as other characters like Aqua Ventus. Even Kairi gets love, which is great because people were like, why does she train for so long just for her to be useless in the fight? She gets some love too. It showcases Sora. Sora goes through the entire world seeing everybody's trauma. So like Aqua's trauma, he sees that. What Riku's feeling, he sees that. What everybody's feeling in the moment they all lose is what he's reliving, and he has to go through that to get Kairi back. And that's going to be the whole synopsis of that. But then while they did that, they also have Final Fantasy characters are returning. There's certain bosses that people wanted that are here. We might see Cloud. Because if Aerith, Squall, and Tifa and Yuffie is in there, then that means you know who the main two niggas that people want to see. Niggas want to see Cloud and Sephiroth. That has to happen. That battle has to. There needs to be some type of like resolve for that battle. Hopefully that's the case.
Wait,
what up?
Go ahead. I mean, well, I'm not gonna say spoil it. Just spoil the question, but don't spoil the actual thing, because I'm gonna play 2 probably before the end of December. So I got to the part in Sephiroth. I got to the Sephiroth fight in Kingdom Hearts 2.
The actual Sephiroth fight or the Sephiroth encounter?
The fight where he beats your ass and has like 99 clones of himself and a bunch of other weird shit. Yeah, so I'm trying to beat him, but I can't because apparently I'm not supposed to fight him at that particular area. But him and Cloud have this beef. Do they settle the beef in 2 at all?
Not in 2.
Okay,
that's what people want. That's why we care about 3 so much. Like that's people wanted that little fight to be finished in 3. We never got it. The Final Fantasy characters are DLC, which the people are mad about. People are they're happy about it. Like, oh shit, we finally get what we want. But it's like, you're treating this like 15, and we thought, niggas waited years for this shit. Yeah. But then it goes to show, I don't know, Nomura definitely made it very apparent that Disney had like a humongous stake in like what was going on in the development of that game. Yeah. And I feel like he had to compromise his plan for that game, because it's either give the Kingdom Hearts fans what they want, or make sure Disney is, what I'm saying, because Disney in the last decade or so, they have an entirely different code of conduct when it comes to business compared to the last 20-30 years. They just do. They're a lot more our way or the highway.
Yeah.
In the last decade. Yeah, especially with Spider-Man 2. Look at it. Look what happened. So 100%, the Kingdom Hearts Remind DLC is literally the Kingdom Hearts 3 game that people felt like they missed out in January. I will play it because I actually care.
My problem with the DLC is, and I don't know if anybody else feels like this, but I certainly do. It's too much too late. Like, they're adding on all the Final Fantasy characters that we care about. We're getting everybody else that could be playable. We are getting all that kind of stuff. For all the filler that they put into Kingdom Hearts 3, the base version, some of that could have been trickled in. Like, it's not like they didn't have this shit on the back burner. Because, like, when you think about game design, all that shit is thought about. That DLC isn't like a fucking, a last minute thing just because the fans want it. They thought about that shit. Like,
that's why it came out so early.
That's what I'm saying. There's no reason for the Final Fantasy characters just to be suddenly there. There's no reason for all of the extra playable characters just to be suddenly there. Like, it's kind of like making Kool-Aid, right? You get your water, you get your sugar, and then you got the flavor. We got the water and the flavor, but now we get the sugar later. So it's just like, well, the water and the flavor is already gone because we didn't drunk that. Now all we got is sugar to eat. So
that's bad for you.
No, it's terrible.
No, and that what sucks about that is that, like, for the casual Kingdom Hearts fan, that's exactly how it's like. Because unless you're keeping up to date with the mobile game, they just had like 2 or 3 big updates regarding the foretellers shit. And the foretellers literally showed up in the last 5 seconds of the story.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like you've had some type of meat to like eat.
Don't get me started on that mobile game.
I'm not. No, don't. But like for the involved fans or whatever, you know, they've had to take whatever Nomura gives us through that mobile game. But then it's like that mobile game still has nothing to do with what the fuck is going on here.
The only thing that ties the mobile game to Kingdom Hearts 3 is the fucking box.
Yeah.
That's it.
And we were supposed to get that update. We were supposed to find out what happened to the box earlier in the year. They had 2 updates and they just dragged it. And it's like, okay, when are we getting to know this box? Because you have until fucking January till people give a fuck again just to play the game and be like, okay, where's the box? Like, what's good with this box? Oh, Lucio has it. Okay, where the fuck is Lucio at in the mobile game? We're still trying to figure out what happened to the nigga. Like, oh, what the fuck? You can't do that. You cannot do that. You can't. Because now people are getting, because now you have these like fans who are like, this shit is trash, but I'm involved now. Like me. Mm-hmm. For me personally, this is just a me thing. When Kingdom Hearts 3 came out and when we beat that game, in that moment I was so happy to just say that I beat Kingdom Hearts 3. I cried tears of joy, right? Everything that I thought about regarding that game came true. Lucio, you know, all the extra shit with him and stuff like that. I was so excited about it. And then the moment I like sit back and like really think about what the hell I just played and really think about the game, you know what I'm saying? Really think like how the game is. I'm just like, this is missing a lot.
For?
This is missing a lot.
What was it for?
Right. Like what I did, like this is missing a lot. It didn't fulfill like that kid in me. Cause if this was 12-year-old Nick, this shit be ass. I'm gonna just say it right now. Like this shit is fucking garbage, trash. Load up Kingdom Hearts 2 on the PS2 right now and we're good. We're good. We're good. So it's like,
let me ask you, what dictates, like, what makes KH3 so much worse than Kingdom Hearts 2?
Okay.
When it comes from both a nostalgia point and just like a wrapping up the story.
So
point.
when it comes to Kingdom Hearts 3, it's definitely one of those things where it's not the destination, it's the journey. The journey to get to Kingdom Hearts 3 from 2 is a long one. It is a long one. You have to, for Kingdom Hearts 2,
5 games long.
Keep up with me, everybody. Keep up. There's Kingdom Hearts 1. There's that GBA game that's supposed to be in between chain of memories in between 1 and 2, right? Mm-hmm. That one is right there. After that, there is a 3DS game that features Roxas, who you don't know about until you play 2. Because for some regular casual motherfucker, you play 1, then 2. You find out who Roxas is. He's there for like an hour or 2, an hour or 3. And you just keep going with the rest of the game when you get Sora. You know what I'm saying? That's how that works. How this shit works. 1, Chain of Memories. Days. 2.
Okay.
Remember, Days came out after 2. So it was just those 3.
Like years after 2.
Exactly, years after 2. So it's just those 3, right? 2. From 2, you have Coded. You have Dream Drop Distance. Not in order, by the way. 2.8, which happens after Birth by Sleep, which happens after 1.
After 1.
Yeah. Keep up with me, dog. Keep up. Dream Drop Distance is the last game, literally the last game in this entire timeline. And in that, there's so much shit that happens in Dream Drop Distance. You find out this nigga Sora is a fucking failure. He is. He's a failure. He's a fucking failure. And you play 3, and when you play 3, after the thing about it is it's dead ass the journey, because through this journey you learn to really hate Xehanort. You learn like it's one of those things where it's like this nigga really did all this for the sake of this ultimate power. This nigga is really an ultimate evil. This is a villain. Like an actual villain on some real shit. Nigga killed he killed his best friend, killed 3 of his apprentices, right? Took one out of, no, mind you, one of the 3 apprentices is from a fucking 1,000 years ago, right? Had a whole plan planned out, right?
Mm-hmm.
For the next 20 damn years to kill 3 more motherfuckers. This shit is ass. This shit is ass.
And he knew it because guess what? He could time travel.
No. And guess what? This nigga has the ability to time travel. So he knows how this shit's gonna play out at some point. Because at some point in time, he uses his other versions of himself through the timelines to basically bring himself back together. And when he comes back, it's like, okay, all the pieces are set. I can win this now. I can do this. Right? You beat him in 3. This nigga becomes a good guy all of a sudden. After what you did? Nigga? No! You can't become no good fucking person after 30 years of killing motherfuckers. Your best friend, deadass, died because of you. Literally. This nigga got so involved in studying the darkness and the Keyblade War, he killed his best friend, took one of his apprentices from a whole different timeline before he was even born, and deadass let his 2 best niggas to die, and took over one of his bodies. It's like, no, ain't no fucking good guy shit with you, bitch. I want you fucking dead. Then when you kill him, oh my god, you're so strong. Here, take the Keyblade that I worked so hard to do. Take it. You were way stronger than me. Bitch, nigga, get your old ass in that grave, bitch. Then you find out there is a nigga. This is the shit that baffles me. There is a nigga, right, who is stronger than Xehanort, right? Who has literally seen the events of Kingdom Hearts. He has already seen the past, the present, and the future. He is chilling in the background somewhere, and we have yet to encounter this nigga. The main cast has yet to encounter this nigga. So as a fan,
how do you find that out?
What?
How do you find that out? Like, who tells you that in the game?
You see him. You meet him. You meet him in there's a story. It's the Foreteller story. That's another little movie you have to watch before Birth by Sleep.
Yeah. And we didn't even find out about that until the mobile game.
So watch this. There's the Foretellers, the mobile game, Birth by Sleep. There is that 10-year gap. 1, Chain of Memories, Days. 2, Coded, Dream Drop Distance. 3. You get into, the thing about it is, as a fan, right? You get so immersed into this shit because you have, and this is for me, and I don't know how anybody else felt with this shit. For me, I got so involved in knowing this shit like it's the back of my fucking hand. There is only a couple games that I know like that. Majora's Mask, Wind Waker, and Kingdom Hearts. Nigga, Kingdom Hearts, Sonic Adventure 2, Sonic Adventure 1, anything Pokemon related. Nigga, Kingdom Hearts is crack to me. This shit right here, nigga, I know it. I know it all. I know all this. I know this. This is Kingdom Hearts. I know this. But it gets to the point where you get so involved and so immersed into these characters who are hurting. All the characters involved in Kingdom Hearts are all hurt motherfuckers. And it's all because of this one selfish ass nigga. And the moment you kill him, hey, I was wrong after all. Here, you deserve it.
It's not what he says. That's not what he says.
Might as well.
You might as well fucking say that. You had a nigga's body for 10 years, 20 years at this point. You had another nigga's body. Y'all been at war for dead ass 20 years, mind you, right? You had 3 iterations of your fucking self doing absolutely nothing. Them niggas die. Besides the youngest one, who ends up being the most important nigga in the entire group. The old nigga's fodder. So as a fan, it's literally just like Nomura, dog. Let me die, bruh. End this shit, bruh. But it's like, nah, no, you can't, no, you can't, no. You know what I'm saying? It's like Nomura, dog. I've already sat here. I know these characters, bruh. And you pull this out for me? Nomura, dog. I'm just a simple man, bruh. I played this shit when I was 8. I'm 23. We are here. But that's what that is. Like that's what that is, dog. Like as a fan of Kingdom Hearts, and you play it when you keep playing through the collections and shit, you'll understand there's an order you have to play it, and you get so immersed into like just the world, the lore, all that. So you know, Mikey, you got somewhere to be?
No, I'm just putting it in there for future sake.
I have it. Did I not link it?
No.
I'm sorry.
It's there. Don't worry about it.
And you get so immersed into these characters that when you get to Kingdom Hearts 3, it's definitely a boneless experience because it feels rushed. There's certain scenarios that feel out of place. There's certain character arcs that feel out of place and shit. There's a lot of things that dead ass just, you know what I'm saying? That dead ass just don't feel right. And when you beat the game, it's like, okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? I beat Kingdom Hearts 3. That's a lot. That's a lot. There are some people who died in the last 20, 30 years of this damn series who can't say they beat Kingdom Hearts 3. You know what I'm saying? But even then, the experience itself, it was a fun game, yes. But when it comes to the story, as a fan, it's like fucking over Star Wars. You know what I'm saying? Like, how dare you?
Who getting the ass whoop?
Somebody about to.
But that's Kingdom Hearts. That is Kingdom Hearts in its entirety. If Afro was here, honestly this would be a Kingdom Hearts 3 podcast. Let me be real with you. I got a lot of shit to say about Kingdom Hearts 3. But when it comes to Remind, yes, everybody, I will be playing through it. Hopefully y'all will too, because I know Yoku's playing through 2 right now.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully,
when does Remind drop, or when is it supposed
January, the 23rd?
I should be done with 2 by then. I don't know about the rest of the games.
You could probably watch like a little synopsis. This shit, it gets annoying. Trust me. I had a headache trying to explain it to you. Trust me. But that is that. Like that's really what it is. I definitely will be playing through Remind just to see what the difference is. Because for those who don't know, Remind is a free DLC, by the way. Nomura hates people paying for DLC.
Free?
Yeah, this is free. Unless they say fuck it and put out like a Kingdom Hearts 3 Mastery Edition or some shit where you have to pay another $60 to get the full thing. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Then the Remind is free.
Yeah, that's the only way they're gonna make it.
Remind is free.
That's what's up.
Remind is a free update. So
I can't vote.
So if I don't know, if it's good, it's good. That's all I know. If it's good, it's good. If it's good, it's good. Hopefully it's great. Hopefully as a fan, I don't know, I can kind of feel fulfilled. You know what I'm saying? I'm just not a fan. I'm just not a fan of how it went out. You know what they say, like you're only as good as your last outing and shit. And it
was too open ended.
It was way too just like
way too open ended.
Yeah, I wish they would have definitely finished up the Dark Seeker saga a little bit better, dude. A little bit better.
Well, obviously it's not done, so you know
we still got like one more update
because they got to deal with Organization 13.
Well, those are all data battles.
But didn't each and every one of them came back to life?
Well,
right?
They all became their original person, yes. So
except for the one who's so immersed with being that one person. What's his name? Vexus?
The nigga with the card?
Yeah.
I forgot his name. I don't think it's Vexus. I don't think that's his name.
No. The nigga that was there, right? Right. When everybody woke up. No. When everybody woke up, it was one that was missing. And the nigga that was missing was the one who was like, fuck being human. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that was
and he wanted to go do still work
That
on
was
Organization
Benitez,
13 shit.
wasn't it?
Benitez? Yeah. It was Benitez.
He's gone. He's gone. He's out of here, dog.
Really?
Benitez himself is gone. You talking about Luxord? Luxord is a nigga. Luxord is a nigga. Hall. Let me grab you these names so I can show you the whole organization. The whole organization. Because if we talking, no, because it's the names.
Because everybody got two names and shit.
It's the names. Let me grab all the organization members for you. Let me grab all these hoes for you. We have. Oh, this is a bad picture. Can I just get like a full thing? Can I just like a full? I just nobody's gonna. Is nobody's gonna. They got some shitty ass list here, dude. I just want the names. Well, they have the names, it's not the character, so you can like find out who you're talking about. But it's either Luxord or Vexen. But Luxord was a nigga with the card, and then Zigbar / Lusu is the nigga with the patch. No.
Yeah.
Oh, him?
Yeah.
Oh no, dog.
Yeah,
That's main character. That's main character energy.
That's what I'm
saying.
saying.
He's not going nowhere.
They're gonna have to deal with him because he didn't.
Well, no.
He didn't become. He didn't accept his humanity.
That nigga is not human at all. That nigga's not.
That's what I'm saying.
That nigga did what everybody else did. That nigga was like, "Hey, I'm going through the timeline. I'm sacrificing bodies. Fuck it, we here. Not bad. It feels good. New body, yes." He on a different mission. That's not gonna be in Kingdom Hearts 3 though. That's the next. Like Kingdom Hearts 3 is the end of Xehanort. Like that's it. But then once we get the Masters Lushu fights, that's when all that shit will happen. But we're not gonna be done for a long time.
Anyway. It just sounds like every time we talk about Kingdom Hearts, we talking circles.
I get depressed when it comes to Kingdom Hearts. I do. I really, really do. I gotta be honest. But when are the Game of Year awards? They're Thursday, right?
On Thursday.
Okay. Let's talk game. Let's talk Game of the Years. We
doing live votes?
Are we going? No, we're not doing live votes. We're just going through the. We're going through like the little like contestants or whatever.
Game of the Year, Sekiro.
Yeah.
No.
Sekiro.
I'm mad Devil May Cry isn't in there.
I'm mad Devil May Cry isn't there.
It's the next one. It's the next one.
Let's go to the bottom. Let's do the Game of the Year last. Go to the bottom, like the very, very bottom, like the esports one. Not esports host, not esports coach. Fuck that. Best esports game. And then go to indie game, best multiplayer game, sports racing game. Like that's where we're at. Fuck all the other things. I don't care about that shit. But
okay.
So where you want to start at? The very, very bottom?
We're doing best esports game.
Best esports.
It's right above the coach, right above player, all that extra shit.
Team player.
Esports Game of the Year, Overwatch.
Game of the Year,
Overwatch.
Why is
Overwatch? Or League.
Game of 2019, Fortnite.
2019?
Fortnite.
Ew.
Fortnite for sure.
They've put so much money in Fortnite this year. They put a lot of money in Fortnite, dog.
Yeah, my money is definitely on Fortnite.
Fortnite, bro.
I'm biased.
I don't give a fuck about being biased. They put a lot more money in Fortnite in this entire last 2-year span than anything else.
Make it best?
How does it make it best? Because when you have people coming into your scene for that. There's a reason why Fortnite has been the last trending game that as before Minecraft came out of nowhere. And even then, Minecraft didn't last long. Minecraft was around for like a season. It went right back to Fortnite.
I don't play none of these games.
I don't either. But I know about esports, how like that shit works.
Yeah. Fortnite is definitely like...
Bro, just say you hate shooters, dog. Yo, what's good with you, bro? Just say you hate shooters, bro. I get it. Your ass, bro. Your KD was under... What's good with you, bro?
I don't hate shooters. I just strongly dislike Fortnite.
Why?
That doesn't make it any less Game of the Year, esports.
I think the concept of Fortnite as far as a multiplayer shooting game goes is trash.
Why?
Yeah, it is. That doesn't make it less popular.
It's a third-person PUBG.
No. I cannot immediately build a house in PUBG to avoid being shot up to death.
No. Look.
You can't either in Fortnite.
Now look.
Yeah, I ain't seen a couple boys.
No. Now, I gotta be real though. I will say I enjoyed Fortnite though. If you enjoy base Fortnite without the whole heavy building shit, I be seeing niggas on the fucking timeline on their keyboard. Building like 5 different fucking towers. Like, what the fuck's happening here?
I'm telling you, bro.
Bro, like, how do you niggas do Mewtwo King the Third? What's good with you?
Niggas got the macros on deck. I promise you. Niggas be macroing building like a specific type of houses.
And it's just like, well, while I like Fortnite as a game, but when it gets to that extent, that's just not for me. It's just genuinely not for me.
In order for you to become a strong competitor in that game, you have to get up to that level. And that's why I don't like that.
Yeah,
like if I'm ever playing a shooter and I like, it's just like if I shot
that's
you.
That's meta though.
Right?
Dog, if they ever come out,
and you somehow built a tank before my bullet hit the back of your head, I'm pissed.
Now, the moment I get shot and I turn around and the moment I turned around, the moment I turn around, I'm already up 50 feet in the air. Like that's how niggas be, dog. They'll get shot in the back, Bob. We in that bitch chilling like, they be like, what the fuck just happened? Niggas. That shit is scary as fuck, dog. I'd be like, how do you niggas do this, bro? This is not for me, bro. It's not for me. It's not for me, but I understand what Fortnite is. Fortnite is a phenomenon. It's an actual
I don't disagree with that, but I you know what? Okay, if I think about Game of the Year as exactly what you said, the phenomenon of the year, I can give it to Fortnite.
Because it's Impact.
But
it's Impact.
It's like bet. It's definitely not the best game of the year
for esports.
Period.
Just think about everything that's going on.
So watch this. Counter-Strike
snooze
is boring as fuck. The only time that shit gets really any views, dog, like that.
Snooze. I thought of the Dragon Hero.
That shit is boring as fuck. I gotta be real. I watched. I remember one of my friends. His name is Joey. You know who Joey is, Mikey. I think you met Joey before. I don't know. But Counter-Strike is one of those games where it's definitely one of those games where if you watched it when you were like young, you're still invested into it now. I feel like now it's too dated at this point. The shit's still in like this shit is still it looks ass to me personally.
It should look like PlayStation
graphics. Yeah, it's not that good. But the technicality in Counter-Strike is good. But not everybody can get to that esports level. You can't. You go into a game right now in Counter-Strike, nigga, you were getting fondled. I'm talking about fondled. You are. Them niggas, unless you know how to fucking snipe correctly, you were out of here. You are.
Yeah, you need that. It's like when you shoot a gun, you don't aim at the person. You aim either to the top left, top right, bottom left, bottom right. Depends on where the gun actually kicks up to, and then that's where the bullet's going to release.
Yep.
So the fucked up part about it, you have to learn spray pattern.
It's technical. So each gun has a spray pattern. It's just boring.
Yeah,
I'd much rather learn how to build in Fortnite than learn how to aim in Counter-Strike. 100%. 100%. We got Dota. Okay. Dota 2's not bad. Dota 2's not bad. That shit gets a lot of views.
Nobody talks about it.
No. Now that is true. Nobody talks. No, I've never seen anybody in their entire. I've been on YouTube at least about 10 years now. Not on my channel, but YouTube on 10 years, right? And I have never seen anybody say pro Dota player.
Right, but the thing is, when they have like these big ass conferences, they get
hella views, dude.
Yeah,
they competing with League like on a like 1-to-1 level when they have their little they conferences, dog. It's crazy.
The community for Dota is big, but I wouldn't say that there's a lot of content creation for it. Oh, it's definitely huge.
No, there's not a content creation. I want to say on YouTube, there's not like a humongous content present because there's a reason why it's still top 10 on Twitch.
It's probably on Korea and Japan have their own version
scene
of YouTube. Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. That.
I can see
that's what made it popular. Like the Koreans and the Japanese people, they made like the MOBA genre in general.
Oh yeah,
popular
they
with
love
Dota
that
2.
shit, dude. They love that.
And then Riot was like, "Hey,
Yeah, League was like, "What's good with
nice
you?"
game you got
Speaking
there."
about League, League is there too.
Yoink!
League is there
League's
too.
definitely up
League
there.
is definitely up there. Now League,
I can definitely see League being a top contender to fuck with Fortnite as well.
can we talk about what Riot
do
Games has done in this year? They've announced a fighting game, an RPG. They have a whole spin-off game for their League of Legends thing. They are taking full advantage of the downfall of Blizzard and them supporting that bullshit. And Overwatch is deadass about to get a whole sequel, and their first game is about to damn near die.
Sequel.
And it's like they are taking good advantage of that.
League of Legends has their own version of Overwatch coming out.
Yeah,
too.
League of Legends
Oh yeah,
has been crazy good, dude. It's like what's wrong with my webcam? Hello?
you good on my end?
I mean, on Discord, you're good. I don't know about YouTube.
Am I?
Frosty, the answer to your
Hello?
question is because you touch yourself.
I'm good, but no, like League of Legends, Riot has done a really good job at
Mikey, don't give me that face.
Riot has done a really good job at taking advantage of the opposition right now, because I'm pretty sure they took advantage of esports, I think, because like Fortnite, for what it was, they definitely took a humongous ass hit this year. They took a humongous ass hit this year with all the extra shit around them and whatever. And just a new update and all that shit. People didn't like it at first. They loved it again. You know, it's like that. They took a lot. Riot definitely took a lot of like, hey, we see what everybody's doing. We're taking all that shit, son. Run that. We need that. We need all that. You got a fighting game too? I'm playing the fighting game.
I am playing the fighting game as well. They need to put more
and an
guys
RPG.
in there.
And an RPG.
I need to
the lore in League of Legends is fire. You gotta buy the RPG, dude.
I gotta determine how the meta is gonna be for that fighting game before I commit to it, because competitive wise, League has already announced, or Riot's already announced, that if you want to compete for playing their fighting game, that's the only fighting game you can play.
Oh, it's one of those.
Yeah, like so, and that means right there they're definitely committing to pumping money into this for a good little bit.
Well, of course.
Well, they better.
Riot got it. Riot has been on top for like 10 years now.
They P's and Q's.
With the fighting game though, like that's some skeptical shit.
Shit, now they get the right people behind it.
Well, the thing is, they can treat a fighting game just like any other. No, they can treat it like League. They can like do patches. They can do balance patches.
They have to. They're definitely gonna have to
nerf characters. They can buff characters. They can add characters.
Mm-hmm.
They can just set up different type of game modes and all that kind of shit. I think the fighting game esports really needs to have like a subset. They need to start having like subset
like locals
fights. No, not locals, but like you have like the 1v1s. I think like for a game,
some Marvel vs. Capcom
like,
shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like they can have like some team shit going on. And like how Fighters has that mode where 6v6.
That's gonna make Capcom get they bag like, bitch, you better get the fuck out of our realm, nigga. We got your ass.
I'm telling you, instead of just like have 3 niggas on one side, 3 niggas on the other, synergize. That's that teamwork. I'm calling you in, call them in, whoop some ass, and bring it out. That would be a whole other level of esports in fighting games. That would be crazy to see. That would be absolutely crazy.
I'm really happy that nobody brought up Blizzard. They've taken a massive hit this year.
Oh yeah.
So unfortunately, there's just not much else to say about them. I mean, Overwatch 2 is coming out for anybody who's excited for that.
I'm not excited. Not excited at all.
What else is coming out? I mean, Overwatch 2 coming out. They're trying to milk that shit to death. Blizzard got into some controversy earlier this year for supporting, who was it again that they were?
China
for that bullshit.
Hong Kong
for that shit. It's a bad look for them, real talk. I personally, I'm just not interested. I don't see myself playing Overwatch 2 if it's anything different, because I feel like for the last 3 or 4 years, people who've been playing Overwatch have been waiting for the game to be complete, because they've given so many promises to things they just haven't done, and so now we look dumb as fuck. Now we look dumb as fuck. Now we as people look dumb as fuck.
Yeah. They bringing out Overwatch 2. Oh, this is the real game, y'all.
Yeah, here's the lore. Here's the lore people been waiting for. Here's the story mode people want. Here's the backstories for people who want. And it's like, you know what, bro? Like, what the fuck are we doing this for? You know what I'm saying? Like, you did all these origin stories just to go nowhere with this. You know what I'm saying? So they're now putting out Overwatch 2, and it's like, oh, hey, here's what you guys been looking for. It's like, dog, you literally are 5 years like late, my nigga. What's good with you, dog? So I'm not really excited for Overwatch 2, but I mean, I think that's not even gonna get in like the discussion for like best esports game this year. Real talk. They probably about to shut the fuck out of that shit. Real talk. Snub the hell out of that shit. The next one is going to be best multiplayer game. We have Apex Legends, Borderlands 3, Call of Duty Modern Warfare, Tetris 99, and then Tom Clancy's The Division 2.
Well, definitely not that.
How
one.
did you go to? Huh?
It's right. It's like up there. It's up there.
It's right underneath mobile
It's up
game.
there. It's up there. It's up there.
So Apex.
We were just at esports.
I just
right?
scrolled up. I just scrolled up the list. Best
You scrolled
multiplayer
up
game.
or you scrolled down?
Up, nigga.
Best multiplayer.
It's best multiplayer game. Apex Legends, Borderlands
Mine is-
3.
Okay, yeah. I'm at the same place. I'm at the
Yeah.
same place. Well,
I'm
the
here,
Division
but
2
mine is
not-
definitely down.
I don't even know why the Division 2 is there. Tetris 99, it had its little bump, but I don't think.
You know what's not on here that really got snubbed? Real talk.
What's that?
What's that game that
Damn, you can't even remember. It must not be that important.
No. I'm gonna go get it right now. I'm gonna get it right now. Cause I see this game everywhere. It's which one is it? It's not Rainbow Six.
Rainbow Six. Well, it didn't
That's
come
on
out
a
this
different.
year.
That's on a different one.
It
didn't come out
Siege
this
came
year.
out when? Not last year.
Siege came
2 years
out
ago, 2 or 3 years ago.
it is.
That
It's about 2 or 3
game.
years
Now
old.
that
It
game.
just keeps getting updated.
Yeah, that game.
They keep
That
adding
game.
gold edition
That's
and
probably
a bunch of
it,
other
because that game has been getting like updates. All I see is people playing that fucking
Is that
game.
on ongoing?
It.
It's on ongoing game.
Okay.
So it's on ongoing game.
That-
so I can definitely see
that
that
should
game
100%
getting a little bit of
That
love.
should 100% win something, because that shit. There, I see that game way too many times, and every time that it's at the top, it's always some news, some like crazy buffs to some guns, some new guns, some new stages, some new shit, and it's fire. I actually want to play it eventually, but nobody wants to play it. They hate me, so.
That's a dedication right there.
It look
It's
like
dedication.
it. I see them niggas.
You gonna be going up against some sweaty tryhards.
Of course,
I
it's a
promise
shooter.
you.
Of course, it's a Rainbow Six
promise.
game too. It's a Rainbow Six game. It's like, of course. I think best.
I would say Apex.
Best multiplayer game. Best multiplayer game goes to Apex because of what they've done. They've
100%
they've
Apex.
remade their entire game. Apex at first was broken as shit. I couldn't play Apex like that. Your computer couldn't play Apex like that.
Yeah.
Nobody's computer can play Apex. And then when Apex got
Right.
that big ass update, he's leaving. Oh, he looks still. You think okay, nigga? I see the
you
fully
want
coolly
some warm
posted. They completely remodeled Apex to the point where they made it Fortnite, like a serious Fortnite. Like, oh hey, we're gonna change the maps now. We're gonna buff and nerf some guns. We're gonna add newer characters and shit now. We're gonna add better ways to get the loot in there. They basically took every single critique about the game and actually gave a fuck about their game to push it. And it's like, yes, I stand that shit. When a company actually gives a fuck, they care. Because people were like, yo, Apex is fire. What the fuck wrong with y'all?
Yeah. I mean, EA had that grip around Apex's throat.
Yeah.
That's what it was. It's always EA. Whenever you get like an EA and then you mix money into it, like ongoing money, it's not a one and done thing, then you always gonna have some problems.
Why are they like that?
Always,
They do that
always.
shit with
I
everything,
have no
bro.
idea. And they will never ever learn. They think that if they just throw microtransactions at literally everybody, it's gonna catch on. It's
But
not gonna catch on the way that they want it to.
But you know
it's
what?
never gonna do it.
Honestly, they did a good job not doing Star Wars Fallen Order like that.
Yeah,
Because
they did a great job.
The fans, they are tired of them.
Hell
They
yeah.
are tired of them.
The thing is,
they're tired of that.
I think we're gonna get, you know, like paid DLC later on down the line. But the thing is, you have to let people enjoy the game.
Yeah.
People are enjoying Star Wars right now.
Right.
And that's honestly that's the most important part. Like
especially with the Mandalorian, we got a new movie coming out. The new game is here. Like this is the Star Wars season right now.
Yeah,
and y'all
December has always been Star Wars season.
And y'all out here trying to push microtransactions. Yeah, EA eat penis. It's not happening. Like, it's not happening. So I'm happy that, like, I don't know. EA seems to be. They did a good job not putting that shit on Fallen Order.
Yeah,
so I think
great job.
I think they're learning though.
I would hope so.
I think in 2020 they're not gonna be like that.
Y'all can only fail so much to have these people, and it's not like it's a minority of people. It's the majority of people telling you, "Hey, stop doing this bullshit with y'all games. Right. We're absolutely not gonna fucking buy it." And they learn really quick with fucking what is that one game?
Battlefront or
no.
Star Wars.
They learn with Battlefront. Damn.
Battlefront.
Oh.
Larry's Mansion.
Anthem.
Oh my bro, Anthem.
Dog, game not even on this list, right?
They had
on this list.
They
right?
had
the game
they had to take the L on that though.
They had to.
It had a lot of potential.
It could have been fire.
Yeah, exactly.
It looked fire from the trailer.
I tweeted it a couple weeks ago. I was just like, damn, dog. If Anthem had the flight, they had the movement, they had the the guns,
the combat.
It was combat.
Like playing
everything
Gundam.
Was great, but who the fuck am I shooting? There's nothing to shoot. There's nothing to do. You give me this big ass world, and there's literally nothing to do.
That is true.
Where am I flying to?
You know what I've started to notice too? A lot of these games that are shooting for these open world, do whatever the fuck you want kind of games, there's nothing in them.
The problem with that, it wasn't to do what you want. They had missions.
Yeah.
They sent you on a mission to shoot nothing. It maybe would have been like 5 NPCs to shoot when you got to your mission. And it's just like, and one big ass little drone. And that's not fun for a type of game like that.
Right.
Let me be able to like maneuver my way around the world, and then when I get to the boss, have him throw some shit at me to where I need to fly up and move the fuck out of the way. No,
yeah, like Destiny.
Standing on the ground is
they tried to pull a Destiny, just didn't.
It doesn't work like that.
It was not like for a game that fucking like meme. Hey, can I copy your homework?
Yeah,
but
don't make it obvious.
Copy it exactly. Yeah.
So is Apex beating out everything else on this list?
Apex is beating out everything.
Even Borderlands 3.
Yeah, well, because Borderlands 3 is fun, but it's not like...
Mikey, you don't like Borderlands 3? Mikey!
I'm so heartbroken about Borderlands 3.
Why?
Because you know with Borderlands 2, man, the thing that hooked me was the story.
Okay.
The thing that I did not love the characters. I didn't love... The only thing that I absolutely loved was Flat and his dog.
Okay.
I loved it. That was it. The villains were terrible. They were unlikable. They killed off people they didn't have to. First of all, Siren. God damn it. And then it's just like, what were they trying to achieve with the story? The story didn't make sense from what was built up before.
Well, no, because the story for 3 is literally, oh my goodness. Borderlands 3 is literally just like Kingdom Hearts 3, where it's like it falls off of something that a lot of people just probably never played. Like, you can't play Kingdom Hearts 3 without playing Dream Drop Distance. The same way you can't play Borderlands 3 without playing without playing
the
Tales
and the
Telltale games and pre-sequel. And a lot of those games did not do that good. A lot of people just went over those games and said whatever. They don't care about those games. But those games are essential to whatever they were trying to do with 3. And 3 was another open-ended ending. Because now oh shit, Siren's power. What's her name's?
Tannis.
Yes, Tannis's powers. All the Sirens that died, their powers are going to be given to somebody else in the universe now. Now we got to go find them again. And, they killed the Destroyer.
One of the destroyers.
One of them. They did all this extra shit, and it's kind of just like y'all are. They're really trying to drag on this shit. That's just what it is. They're just trying to drag that shit on. But I will agree with you. The characters themselves are definitely not the most charming. I definitely enjoyed.
Yeah, they weren't charismatic.
Yeah, they didn't have that Borderlands twang to them.
They spoiled us way too much with Handsome Jack. They did.
Handsome Jack is
for him being the character that he was.
No, Handsome Jack is one of the greatest video game villains of all time.
I don't think they'll be able to.
They can't top Handsome Jack. They can't do that. What's her face? The girl from 3, the punk rock star bitch. She had his attitude.
She had his attitude, but it was like, I don't want a clone of Handsome Jack. I want something better than Handsome Jack. Because if you try to clone Handsome Jack, it's just forcing it. That's all it is. You're just forcing another Handsome Jack type character, and like I would have been fine with just a straight sadist. I would have been fine with like just an evil motherfucker without the YouTube attitude.
Yeah,
if they would have gave her
that shit kind of ruined it. Real talk for me.
Yeah, if they would have gave her like some type of, just any other attitude that she had, dog. Like it was terrible. It was terrible. It literally made me not interested in the game.
Right.
It's like, because every scene they showed up in, like, okay, the brother was okay. The brother was cool. The brother was fine. It was just whatever scene that she showed up in is just like, damn, do I really have to sit through this shit?
And she just be talking, hey, what's good?
Like, shut the fuck up. And like when Handsome Jack was literally anywhere coming through the comm when he's on the screen, you wanted to hear what the fuck he had to say because the shit was going to be funny. It was going to be funny and outlandish and absolutely fucking cruel. And that's my humor. That's absolutely my humor.
That's
but
mine
don't
too.
Force it. Don't force it. Because when you force it, you try to make it seem like it's a shadow of its former self. And that's exactly what we got with Borderlands 3. It was a shadow of its former self, and it just was not bright enough to be whatever the fuck it was trying to be. That's my take on Borderlands 3.
It kind of sucks too because I feel like it sucks because they tried to do this whole intergalactic traveling thing, and they made Pandora seem a lot bigger in 2 than they did the galaxy. Like Pandora, that ass in 3 is so much smaller than in 2, because 2 you're going through the entire fucking planet. This is the whole thing. In 3 you're only playing that little section they give you. The 2 sections after that, then you leave the planet, and it's like, okay, you get to the next 2 or 3 or 4 worlds, and
this could have been on Pandora.
Yeah, like these environments could have been on Pandora. So it's like you sacrificed a lot of immersion that Borderlands 2 had when you try to like go over the top with the story. Because I feel like Borderlands 2, I can play through that bitch anytime.
Yes.
But Borderlands 3, the meat is really in the side quest.
Are they not so 3 isn't on the same planet? It is.
3 it starts off on Pandora.
It starts
you go
on
there
the
like
planet.
one or two more times, and that's it.
Yeah, but then you go to these different planets that have. So basically, what I thought was the planets were like we was gonna see some new shit, but throughout the entire galaxy, it's just like. Okay,
they're rehashing. They're dead ass rehashing.
Like Jacobs is on a different planet.
That are on Pandora.
Meteor is on another planet and all that kind of stuff. And it's just like, damn, y'all niggas ain't got different weapons.
Or y'all niggas ain't got different like environments to your already established like town. Like when you dead ass get off Pandora the first time, you're introduced to this like metropolis ass planet. And
that was literally Hyperion.
Yeah, and that bitch is fucking fire. It's big. It's not huge. Like it's not huge. It's not big, but it's still big. And it's like this bitch is dope. Like it looks great.
But we saw that in Borderlands 2 at Hyperion. Literally could have been on Pandora.
And that's it. Like
the Arctic place
on Pandora. That asked the first
on
hour
Pandora.
of Pandora. Actually,
Literally the first hour. Yeah.
Literally.
Like,
But no, that's what that is. Like, unfortunately, like it's just Borderlands 3. I definitely was talking to Fu about this. So, like, Borderlands 3 definitely felt like they were chasing more of a story element than a gameplay element, which sucks because, like, as a fan of Borderlands and the established lore and the already immersive gameplay, I would have much rather you just give me a gameplay experience if that was the case.
Exactly. You know what? I would have much rather had the vaults come to Pandora instead of us going out to the vaults.
I would much rather the vaults be on Pandora and all the sirens be on Pandora.
Yeah,
could have just been a
like
Pandora
all the sirens
exclusive
come
thing.
to Pandora, and then it wouldn't have been a bigger clusterfuck as Borderlands 3 made it.
Yeah, especially when like in the in like the pre-sequel and like even 3, like, they made Pandora seem like this important ass place to be at. Then it's like, oh hey, no, there are other planets. These other planets have all the vaults. You have the sirens who are scattered throughout the universe, and when they die, their powers get transferred to they're devil fruit users at this point. So it's just like, hey, it's just like, hey, they made the universe seem a lot more bigger than they presented it, and I feel like that's gonna get fixed in whatever Borderlands 4 iteration they come out with.
I hope so.
They're gonna do a 4?
Of course.
Oh yeah, it sold very well.
Borderlands 3 was the best, not the best selling game in the series. Yes, it was. It was the best selling game in the series for the first week. For the first week, it
sold very well.
It sold really good. It sold really good. It's really good, dude.
Like, it's not a bad game, but they just tried to make it something that the fans was not ready for. I don't think the fans was ready for that type of experience. I know I wasn't. Because I was looking more towards. I love the story. The story is what got me hooked on the Borderlands. So it's just they went in a direction towards like I'm not really fucking with this. And all the like I said before, all the traveling shit. We could have went without that.
Yeah, I agree. Let's keep pushing. Let's keep pushing.
Right.
After multiplayer game, it's family game. You want to do family game?
They're literally all Nintendo.
All
games.
Nintendo games.
Really doesn't matter.
I was gonna say.
I mean,
we can go down the list. Go down the list.
We have best. We've already done best multiplayer game. Best fighting game. Best RPG. Okay, I like this. Let's do best fighting game and go up.
Okay.
So best fighting game, we have Dead or Alive 6, Jump Force.
I can't believe they actually did that.
I almost threw up when I saw that the first time.
I cannot believe they actually did that.
It's not even a fighting game, man. Might as well put Xenoverse on that bitch.
They got Jump Force. They got Mortal Kombat 11, Samurai Showdown, and Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
I think it's gonna be a tie. Well, not a tie, but it's gonna either come down to Samurai Showdown or Super Smash Bros.
It's not Super Smash Bros. Based on popularity, sure, but like as far as an actual fighting game, Smash is immediately out. Jump Force is immediately out.
If we're talking about actual fighting games, it's either between Mortal Kombat 11 or Samurai Showdown.
Yeah. DOA is up there too. DOA is a very solid
game.
But
DOA is like number 3 on the top 3 list.
Yeah, I would say it's number 3 out of those.
Well, yeah, because the thing that made DOA so unattractive is their sales model. Like it's free to play, but you sell all the characters.
6 you buy. 6 was a straight up game. 5 was the one that was free to play.
Really? Oh damn, I'm out of the loop then. Shit.
I was gonna say, I was so confused when you said that. I was just like, no, 6 didn't get no love actually.
Yeah.
Did anybody realize that? I forgot Dead or Alive 6 came out this year.
You know what's crazy? Well, the thing is, because everybody was so turned off about 5, I just immediately thought that, hey, it's going to be the same thing. They're just going to release the base game and sell all the characters.
There was damn no press for the shit either.
Yeah, no, nobody talked about it. There was no tournament. Evo wasn't an Evo either. There were no tournaments for it.
Yeah.
Except in Japan.
They kind of
It was
just
pretty
fucked that
ridiculous.
over. Then that's kind of crazy. So it's either between as a fighting game, Mortal Kombat or Samurai Showdown, but off popularity, Super Smash Bros. Might just win.
Yeah, I feel that.
Okay,
But
what?
we know for a fact that Mortal Kombat and Sam Show would win if
If we were talking about technicality,
Smash
100%,
Bros. Yeah.
100%. Mortal Kombat actually
Now-
isn't bad either, though. Like their game
okay.
this year was really nice.
It was, and before we go to the next one, I want to hear your opinion on the story.
For MK11.
Yes,
DLC characters included, or just like straight up story?
just
From the base
straight story, because the story was absolutely fucking nuts.
I think it was all over the place. I think Chronica being who she is makes sense, but I don't agree with the way. And it's not NetherRealm's fault. They already had a convoluted story as it is because NRS, but messing with time travel and then trying to add continuity to all of that from over a decade's worth of history for the fighting games and the characters, they have to retcon a lot of shit. You gotta not retcon a lot of shit. It wasn't bad. The story itself for MK11 wasn't bad at all. I just wish that the continuity was there. Like there was one that I'm thinking about in particular with Shao Kahn coming back. Chronica brings back Shao Kahn, and then he just comes back like it ain't shit. And he's like, "Oh, Kotal Kahn is the new Kahn? No, you're not. I'm still the Kahn." And then all the people are like, "Yo, what? Oh, Shao Kahn's back, bro. Shao Kahn has been dead for half of y'all lifetime. What are you talking about? Like, you don't just automatically start serving him again. Kotal raised y'all motherfuckers. You got kids out here wearing Shao Kahn masks. That don't make no sense. They don't know who the fuck Shao Kahn is. How they doing this?" It was aggravating for certain parts, but there were other parts that I really did enjoy. As much as I don't like the character, Devora, they gave her a little bit of backstory on how she was who she is. Devora is gross as shit, man. But I like the whole hive mentality and how they don't, like, you can't just choose to be a queen. The hive chooses you to be the queen. And so she ate the old queen. I was like, yeah, that's like really fucking disgusting, but that's kind of cool at the same time. I love that they actually made Jade and Kotal canon. Cassie is still Cassie for the most part, but I did like bringing the old with the new, like the past selves to the present. I enjoyed that. There was one with Jax, like young Jax versus old Jax, and young Jax was just going on talking about how, man, if I did have a daughter and I were you, I wouldn't be fighting my daughter. And then Jax is like, "Oh shit, you're right, but I'm doing this to save Jackie." And he's like, "Nah, bro, like Jackie a badass. She can save herself. You doing some other shit right now, and I'm about to beat your ass." So that was pretty cool. Liu Kang is trash. He used to be cool. Now he's not. Although what do they call him? Dragon God or Fire Lord? Liu Kang, whatever the ultimate version of him is, where he fuses with Raiden, which was totally out of the blue. That shit was ridiculous.
Now,
like, if he could just do that the entire time, why didn't he just do that to kill fucking Shao Kahn in the first place? And none of this would happen.
It was a last resort.
Yeah, but
when I explain I think I can shed some light on that.
Please do, because I'm so like lost on that.
Do you want me to explain my findings,
Yes.
Nick?
Or go before
because you got that look.
Go before I go off. Please go. Because for those who don't know, I got a lot to say about Mortal Kombat. I am a Mortal Kombat stan. 11 though. Yeah, you may go before I do.
Go before
I do. Cause
I'm on the bright side of the fence with Mortal Kombat 11. I absolutely love each and everything about Mortal Kombat 11. The reason being is because not only did they correct a lot of the continuity, they made it all make sense. Now, if you really think about it, the last fight between Raiden and Liu Kang, all of the Mortal Kombat before it, they showed Deadly Alliance, they showed Annihilation, they showed Mortal Kombat 9, they showed all of them when he was fighting through the when he was fighting Liu Kang for the last time. This was the last time they had rebooted the timeline. All the Mortal Kombats, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way up until the one that they just released, Mortal Kombat 11, was a reboot. They were all reboots. None of them were sequential to each other. That's what that scene meant. That's what that scene meant. None of them was a sequel. And that's what made it so crazy. Then Raiden snapped out of it. Because Raiden, in each and every Mortal Kombat, Raiden went against Liu Kang and killed Liu Kang. That was the thing. So, with Liu Kang dead, Raiden evil, Kronika could just do whatever the fuck she wanted to do. That one broke the cycle and basically made room for a real reboot for Mortal Kombat. While that may be trash to some folks, that makes perfect fucking sense. Because you know how long NetherRealm has been trying to absolutely fucking reboot Mortal Kombat?
They've been trying to do it for a while.
They've been trying to do it since Mortal Kombat 3. They've been trying to do that shit since Mortal Kombat 3. So they said, fuck it. You know what? If we going out with a bang. We gonna restart this shit from Adam and Eve. They said, fuck it. Yo, Raiden, get in Liu Kang. Fuse that shit up, become the fire god, and wipe this shit out. I stand 100%. I stand that shit. And Katana on his right side, we gonna build this bitch together. Dog, that is probably one of the best endings I have ever seen in a fighting game. Like, you niggas ain't coming back. You niggas are not coming back. And they can shape the world however they see fit from this moment on. And that's what made it make sense.
Okay, I agree. I see that. Just to piggyback off of that, I just want to talk about it because it's actually a recent favorite of mine. Have either of you seen Sindel's story ending?
I have not seen anything about the DLC. Nothing.
Oh my god! All right, so we typically know the Sindel storyline, right? Like, Shao Kahn came in, killed her husband, took Sindel, had babies, yada yada, took over Edenia. Okay, cool. So, long story short, they retcon Sindel's history, but it's like I fucking love it because they didn't make her some damsel in distress. Sindel actually set up the entire thing, betrayed her husband, married Shao Kahn on her own, totally wanted to have another baby with Shao Kahn, and then like helped Shao Kahn kill her husband.
Oh damn, she a bad bitch.
Yeah. So I was like, yo, that shit is like live. But they don't really explain how she kills herself. So I'm like, if the whole thing behind Sindel dying is because she killed herself, because she couldn't deal with Shao Kahn's like rape and torture and a bunch of other bullshit, and now she's like, nah, I set that up. Like I ran that shit. I'm like, well, why is she dead? Somebody got some explaining to do.
All right, Nick is over there itching. What you got, fam?
I hate MK11. This is the worst game in the series.
If Onaga is not the main antagonist for Mortal Kombat 12, the series is ass.
What?
I think that's where I'm getting. That's where I'm going, because Onaga is, if you remember the Kung Lao ending.
Why do you want him to return?
Because he's inevitable. The Dragon King is it's one of those things where it's like none of the timelines know about none of the Liu Kang that you see in 11 is a desensitized Liu Kang. He doesn't know who Onaga is. The Dragon King is a outer universal creature. He's about the same thing as Kronika, if anything. And
that's because we've already gone through. What was that, 3, right? With Onaga?
No, Onaga is like deception. That's like.
So that's 4.
No. Mortal Kombat 4. Mortal Kombat 5 is Deadly Alliance. 6 is Deception. 7 is Armageddon.
Okay.
8, I don't know what the fuck 8 was.
8 was the other attempt at a reboot.
Yeah, they tried to do.
And then 9 was also an attempt at a reboot, and then 10 was the continuation of 9.
So Onaga is supposed to be like, and this is kind of crazy because I will say they did make a lot of shit make sense. I will agree with Mikey on that, because Kronika is a part of this like what do they call them?
The gods?
Yeah, like no, not the elder gods. The
no, she's over at elder gods.
she's the things that are like over the Titans or something like that.
Yeah, a Titan.
A Titan or whatever.
A Titan.
they did make a lot of shit make sense. How certain characters in the MK universe are like supposed to be like beyond time and space and shit. And Onaga is one of those characters. Onaga himself is an inevitable character. He is. They got for the entirety of the series, even if it is a reboot, they have gassed Onaga coming back. Even in Kung Lao's ending, he's literally.
I didn't see Kung Lao's ending.
He literally calls there's dead ass a Onaga cameo in Kung Lao's ending. He's an inevitable being, and it makes sense that he's a Titan. It makes sense that Onaga, the fucking Dragon King, the nigga that almost fucking destroyed the entire fucking space-time continuum, is the fucking, you know what I'm saying, is the inevitable being here. He just so happened to be the last emperor of the Outworld or some shit. You know what I'm saying? It makes sense. It gives him a lot more setup. I will say the continuity makes sense. I gotta say, when it comes to the main cast, it makes a lot of sense. Liu Kang, Raiden being like these the only two characters who have some type of importance, because it's been like that since the get-go.
Yeah,
it's like
there was on some Naruto Sasuke.
They've been like that ass since Mortal Kombat 1. Liu Kang and Raiden do not see eye to eye in no Mortal Kombat game.
Nope.
That nigga Raiden gives him a mission. Liu Kang's like, okay, but I'm gonna do it my way, and he beat Shao Kahn's ass because he got in his feelings. He died in Deadly Alliance. So he wasn't even here for 5, half the reboot and shit. So it's just like, it makes sense.
Who was it that we got in Deadly? Was it Deception? Deception was the one with the creative character, right?
Yes.
Okay. And so that was the guy that we got.
Shujinko,
yeah.
That's not a creative character. That's an actual character.
What purpose did he have? What was his?
Okay, I'll explain this. I'll explain this whole thing for everybody who is not was savvy?
Yeah, we can
savvy
go with that.
on Mortal Kombat lore and shit like that. So for the entire thing of Mortal Kombat, they literally just made this canon. Well, it's not. They didn't make it canon. They made it very obvious. Like this, okay, this is what we've been planning to do for a long time. Kronika is essentially this person who, I guess, is a Titan. She exceeds time and space and the realms and shit. She's in a whole different plane of existence. That's that. She has been manipulating the timeline to make sure that she is always in control. Because if Liu Kang and Raiden, two of the most strongest motherfuckers that are living, work together in any scenario, she loses. She does, and she wants to have that.
I.e. MK11.
Yes, she wants to have that complete control over all this. She has fun with this shit. This is enjoyment. The mother of the elder gods, she loves this shit. You know what I'm saying? She wants the wars to happen. She wants the what's his name? The what's his fucking name?
Describe him.
Hold on. No. It's the one being or some shit. Hold on, Mortal Kombat. Yeah, the one being. She wants the one being to come back, so she can. She wants that for herself.
So she wants.
That's why Shinnok is so obsessed with it, cause he wants that for himself too. Sentra is just a bitch who's just yes, mother. You know what I'm saying? Well, it don't matter. So she wants to keep control over the timeline. She wants one of them to do this shit. There's a reason why Onaga's dead. All this shit is supposed to be for Kronika's doing. Was that Shao Kahn is literally being manipulated by Kronika. Literally. Yeah. He wouldn't have killed Onaga if it wasn't for Kronika. Cause it makes so much sense that they're gassing the fuck up out of Onaga. Cause they made him a Titan. It makes sense now. The best thing about Mortal Kombat 11's story was, like you said, the past and the present versions. I loved Cass. I love the Cage family. How their dynamic is. How Cassie sees her family in a different light, in a different timeline, a past iteration of themselves on a whole different spectrum. I like how the original characters that we grew up, like the original Johnny Cage, the original Sonya Blade, they look at each other like, nigga, I married this nigga? Fuck you. No, we have a child, my nigga. What's good with you? I love how Sonya actually dies. I love how she actually dies, because that's a character Like, it's so weird because these are like side characters in the original timeline.
I'm actually upset that she
No,
died.
I understand it completely because in the original timeline, it's literally only Liu Kang and whoever you just so happen to gravitate towards. Liu Kang is the champion, deadass. He is the main character for the first 4 games of Mortal Kombat until he dies. Then it becomes Raiden, and then after Raiden, then it's Shujinko. And after Shujinko, timeline reboot.
Then it's Kung Lao, or it's supposed to be Kung Lao.
Well, it was supposed to be Kung Lao initially, but they were just like Kung Lao said no, and Liu Kang was like, okay, well, they chose me to replace him. We're here. He just so happened to be better. He just so happened to be better. He's a chosen one. This is Liu Kang we're talking about. This nigga is hit like it's Liu Kang. So it's weird to I gotta say that it makes a lot of sense. It makes 100% a lot of sense that this is what they've been trying to do, because like you said, they've been trying to reboot Mortal Kombat like at least about 3 or 4 times at this point. And I'm happy that Ed Boon actually finally gets what he wants, because for a while he's been like very unhappy with the IP and shit like that. I'm happy that we can finally get a Mortal Kombat game that we need. My only issue with this is you have all these characters who are fan favorites, you know. Dog, when Scorpion died, I was so sad, dude.
I completely forgot that actually happened.
When Scorpion died, I was sad.
Then Young Scorpion took over.
Young Scorpion came and took over everything.
That was a nice moment.
Sub-Zero.
Like, even though I didn't like it.
No, when Hanzo finally died, if you read the fucking comics, dude, him dying is the best shit on the planet. Because he's been trying to remove himself from the Scorpion mantle for years. Literal years.
Why though?
Because the Scorpion mantle is based off of his rage from his family being assassinated by Quan Chi. With Quan Chi being dead, he wants to put that shit to the side. He's like, I don't need this no more. I got my revenge. I'm gonna let my people go to rest or whatever. I don't want that power anymore. I'm gonna build a whole entire new Shiraryu. And then what happens in the comics between 9 and 10 is they make 2 characters very important that just never get seen again, and they kill off all of his students, and he uses that power again. But he hates using that power. He hates it because it's built off of like rage and shit, like actual raw emotions or whatever. He hates it.
Yeah.
So when he died, that was very sad for me. Seeing Frost finally get her annoying ass dead, I love it.
Yes.
Seeing Sub-Zero dead ass last till the end, fire. Yeah, the whole Jackie and Jax little that shit made me mad first and foremost. When like he was like, I have to fight you. It's like, this is your daughter, my nigga. I felt good playing as old Jax, beating that nigga's
his
what
ass.
the fuck is good with you, dog?
Yeah.
You got issues, bro. I'm doing it for the better good. No. And that's and I don't know. For me, I like the story elements. Like I like the characters that get their shine and shit. Everybody else kind of seemed like fodder to me. Like I liked oh hey, Liu Kang and Raiden throughout all the timelines. She made them fight on purpose, because if they were to ever work together, all her efforts were not for naught. Like she's gone if they work together. Yeah. And they finally work together, she's gone. But there's more Titans. Okay, cool. That's great. You're opening up a door for more crazy, you know what I'm saying, crazy beings to come out. We're good. Then I'm a fucking nerd. I don't care. I'm real what the fuck is going on. And
the way he said, I'm a fucking
nerd, dude.
Again, it just hit you.
It's like, what the hell is wrong? Stop judging me. Anyway, no, like, I like that. I like the world expansion. I don't like the world restarting. I understand the first reboot. Like I understand like the whole Armageddon. The timeline fucked up, my nigga. You're supposed to let Shao Kahn win for the better output, and then it's like, okay, we let Shao Kahn win, and this nigga Liu Kang still he still goes rogue, and now he's evil again.
All right, so well, my question to you is, what other choice would they have had? You got to think about it, because in Mortal Kombat 10, Raiden was evil.
Raiden was evil in both iterations.
That's what I'm saying. Raiden was evil. Fucking Liu Kang was dead
in one
before,
and then became evil, and they both became evil in one.
Yeah, it was evil.
Mm-hmm.
So like with all this happening, like without Chronica, without all that shit, like there would be nothing to go off on after 11 if none of that happened. If absolutely
I think they
nothing
might have been able to
happened,
get away with them not
They
rebooting,
did it too early.
like
I
hard
feel
rebooting.
like they did it way too early.
I think they could have gotten away with more of the story though.
But how though?
So when it
ends, Chronica gets destroyed and everything gets restored back to, I guess, natural order.
No, because
everything gets restarted, literally restarted. Like when you killed Chronica and took over the sands of time, the entire continuity is gone now.
Yeah.
The nigga Liu Kang deadass becomes the god. Like, hey, here is how things are gonna go from now on. Meaning, the only person that can. You know what that means? That means Blaze never happens. That means none of the Shao Kahn shit ever happens. That means none of the Deadly Alliance shit happens. None of the Armageddon shit happens. The prophecy is never fulfilled. That means what you just played in 11 never happens. And none of the timelines happen. None of that shit happens. None of that. The only thing that does happen is probably the shit that happened. No, even the Elder Gods. The Elder Gods get fucked over. They get their shit restarted.
My take from each and every Mortal Kombat is that it starts from the beginning of the tournament. Like, so at the end of every tournament, Chronica just reverses it. So it's just like, all right, so this time, because you like you said, like she wants the wars to happen. She wants all that shit to happen. So, well, this time I guess in Mortal Kombat 10, Raiden does his thing with Liu Kang again.
Mm-hmm.
And then after, that was the only time where it didn't happen, and they went on with that story to conclude it for 11.
The first time they didn't go at it. In the very first timeline, Liu Kang, he definitely,
because they didn't get up to that.
Well, yeah,
so I guess I would say Mortal Kombat 1, 2, and 3. Those are all in continuity. After 3,
that's when Shinnok tries to come in and
that's when Shinnok comes in, and then in 4, I think
4 is when Liu Kang dies.
Yeah, no, 5 was Liu Kang dies. 5 was Deadly Alliance.
4 is Shinnok. 4 is Shinnok. 5 is when Liu Kang dies in Deadly Alliance. 6 is Deception. 7's Armageddon. And 8 is Marvel. 8 is that DC MK mashup. That's a canon. That's a canon crossover. That's a canon crossover. Yeah, it's in their canon. I don't know. They counted as MK8. That's them. They counted as MK8. So it got to be canon. I don't know. It's weird, but
MK9 was the reboot. MK9 was the actual.
It's a good concept, dog. It's a good concept, bro.
The great concept.
We got injustice out of that, dog. We got injustice out of it. Shut up.
We did. But MK9 was the actual reboot where it started from Mortal Kombat 3. And then the difference was something happened to where it was Sub-Zero. Sub-Zero wasn't supposed to go with the... He wasn't supposed to be turned into a cyborg. But he was turned into a cyborg anyway. And that's what spiraled everything into Mortal Kombat 10. So that's why that timeline was different. So I guess you could say from 1 to, I'm going to say about 1 to 6, all of that has been erased from Mortal Kombat.
All that just makes. Like 1 through 6, that is a timeline that just that shit doesn't exist anymore.
Right, it doesn't need to exist.
Because Raiden stopped it. He was like, "Hey, look, Shao Kahn won. Fuck it, we lost. At that point, the whole Liu Kang and
Say GG.
because at that point, the whole Liu Kang and Raiden shit doesn't even matter anymore. They lost.
Yeah.
Like they asked that was the worst timeline.
Yeah, it was.
So it's like, okay, cool, okay, cool. But I think I don't know, dog. I feel like if we don't get like a tight, if because now it's one of those things where it's like, now what's next for Mortal Kombat as a series now? You know what I'm saying?
They got to go into Dragon Ball mode and make everybody God.
No, because now
I don't think they can do that.
no,
That's
because
not
now
how
because
it
now
goes.
because now we're in a point. Now we're at a point now in Mortal Kombat's story where Liu Kang can either choose to put himself back in the timeline as a combatant.
Can he do that?
You can make anything. He's
Like,
God.
Can he? Yeah, but can you
put yourself in that?
Yeah, can you physically exist
I don't
as
know.
Time God and
Mikey, what are you
a
doing?
person within that?
Talking to my wife.
Oh, anyway, but no, like Liu Kang has to either put himself back in the timeline, right? He has to let some events happen. Like I feel like that's my thing though. Like some events have to happen, or rework it entirely. Keep all the main characters, just exclude himself and Katana.
But then how do you do that? Because
You make a whole new tournament, or make it to where the tournament isn't even needed anymore.
But how do you exclude yourself
That's
and
boring.
Katana? Like, you can't just remove someone
no.
being born from the timeline and a bunch of other shit.
Yes, you can.
Like certain things. What? No,
Yes,
certain
you
because if that's the
can.
case, Melina never happens, which means the whole Sindel Shao Kahn thing never happens, or they just create new daughters or some weird
Well,
shit.
no, Melina's
But,
not
like,
his actual daughter.
What I'm saying is Melina doesn't exist because Katana doesn't exist. If Katana's with Liu Kang, like how do you
Well, no,
physically
that's what I'm saying. They have
not
to kill
become
off. They
Time
have
God?
to kill off these characters. That's the thing about it, though. The thing about Mortal Kombat for the last 2 or 3 games, they killed off so many characters. They have. There are characters. If you go back to Armageddon's roster, right? Armageddon's roster is a bunch of the main people and a bunch of niggas from 4 that you don't remember, a bunch of niggas from the comics that you don't remember, and a bunch of niggas that you just do not fucking know about unless you've played the last 3 games and before then, right?
What's his name? Was it Riku?
Riku, Movado, or no, it's Reiko, Movado,
Reiko.
Kai, fucking Darius, fucking you
Vampire
have
shit.
all Natara, you have all these people who have who've not even been seen in either of the continuities. They made Havoc and Reiko comic book characters. Havoc hasn't gotten any love at all in the original timeline. That's not deception. Literally. Like that. That's what I'm saying. They have to kill off these characters. They have to. So that Armageddon roster,
Shout out to my
those
nigga,
characters.
Wait, what the fuck?
You've never seen Meat? Y'all don't know who Meat is, bro? Shout that nigga Meat, dog. Shout that nigga Meat. Shout that nigga Meat, nigga. But no, my thing is when it comes to Mortal Kombat, they have to kill off characters. Certain characters cannot live without certain characters existing. If they want to keep Cassie, he has to keep Johnny and Sonya. If Jazz is gonna live, or if Jackie's gonna live, and these are new characters.
Jack.
You know, these are new characters, mind you, right? They has made these characters 410 just for 11 to come. You think they're gonna kill them off? No. They're gonna bring Takeda's gonna come back. Scorpion's 100% coming back. Come the fuck on, it's Scorpion. Sub-Zero's coming back. He's gonna come back, and he's probably gonna be better than what he is. Reptile's not making it. That nigga's a lunatic.
Ermac probably.
Ermac's not gonna make it.
Shang Tsung is 100% going to make it.
100%. 100% Shang Tsung's gonna be there. Kung Lao's gonna be there. The main cast is gonna be there, but everybody else is not.
Kung Lao may be the main character in this next iteration.
I can see it.
He may be the chosen one.
He was already the chosen one.
Like, no. He may take that path though. That's what I'm saying.
You think he might agree to the tournament?
He's going to agree to the tournament because there's nobody to oppose. There's
Y'all
nobody
still talking about me.
Liu Kang isn't gonna be there. Liu Kang is literally Raiden. Liu Kang is gonna guide Kung Lao.
He's gonna be like, hey, this is what like you don't know, nigga. Do this shit. Like dude, you
Right.
gotta do this shit. Whether you like it or not, nigga, you gonna do this damn tournament, bitch. Fuck is you talking about? You gonna do this damn tournament, bruh. But no, like that's my thing. Like, they're gonna have to kill off all these. If you go back and look at the Armageddon roster, that entire roster, barring like 10 motherfuckers and main characters, are gonna be gone. You might see Natara, because she's from the vampire realm. They might actually explore more of the realms now. Natara, Havoc.
I feel like they have.
They have to. They have
because you already like destroyed and retconned everything
exactly.
else. So you kind of have to go.
That nigga Reptile is not coming back.
Mortal Kombat.
Reptile's
I don't
not
want
coming back.
maybe somebody else from his clan, sure, but
We still don't know. We still don't know
want
about
Reptile
to.
coming
You know
back.
why Reptile might come back though? For Onaga. In the original timeline,
Yeah.
Reptile.
Or like a lackey?
No,
or some
no.
shit?
In the original time,
They're related.
No. He's not related at all. In the original timeline, Onaga uses his body as a vessel to come back to life. The dragon. That's the whole prophecy. The Dragon King is born.
That was in Mortal Kombat
That
7,
was
wasn't
really
it?
deception. Yeah. That's the whole prophecy. The Dragon King, when he died, he's going to come back in a dragon egg. He's gonna come back. The Dragon King is going. It's an inevitable. It's dead ass one of those like over. Like, they gas up Onaga so much in both timelines. Even in this game, they reference this nigga. He's an inevitable character. Onaga has to come back. You can't have a Mortal Kombat game without Onaga. He's the end all be all besides Shao Kahn, literally. And if anything, he's better than Shao Kahn.
He's definitely better than Shao
Because if they
Kahn.
make it to where like he's a Titan, oh dog, what? It's a wrap. So Onaga might come back. Yeah, I'm saying if Mortal Kombat 12 doesn't have Onaga, in, I'm gonna be mad. Or if it doesn't have a new Titan, I'm gonna be mad. I think that's where I want to go. I think that's how I'm gonna just leave it.
I feel like they have to go that
They
path.
have to, because who else is there? They killed Shinnok. They killed Shinnok versus actually sealing that nigga away in the Nether Realm.
Mm-hmm.
They actually beat Time God. Fuck, you know what I'm saying?
what's
Shao
crazy?
Kahn is they made Shao Kahn a lackey in 11. That's disrespectful as hell.
What if they turn all the main cast into Elder Gods?
So like Kung Lao,
How though? Like, how would they do that?
they just let the new characters live.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be annoying. I probably wouldn't watch it. Real talk.
Yeah.
I probably no, because if I'm playing a Mortal Kombat game, be real with me. Anybody watching this shit, dog. If you're playing a Mortal Kombat game, nigga, you are playing for the fighting. If your game don't have the Scorpions, the Sub-Zeros, nigga, Liu Kang's been out of the roster for so many times. I forgot that nigga was even a character. Real talk, dead ass.
Yeah.
That nigga in any iteration, bruh. That nigga dead ass died. And for 3 games, he was obsolete. Even in Deception and Armageddon, he was the zombie. He ain't have all of his moves. He had like some ghostly shit. You know what I'm saying? We still don't know what happened to Smoke. We still don't know. We don't know what. There's so many characters that they have to bring back, because there's so many characters they just keep fucking over. If they really wanted to, they could finally give Taven and Dagon some love. The whole Adenian gods or whatever, they can give them some love and be like, oh, hey, you know, we're going to build off that story because that's how Armageddon happens.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, shit, Taven, Dagon, the brothers are going to race in the next couple of years, and they wake up, and instead of pre-releasing them early, release them at the exact intended time for them, make them race or whatever, but then have the events before then actually be the events that happen in the right timeline or in the right scenario how they're supposed to be.
Yeah, there's so much with Mortal Kombat that happened that was supposed to happen but didn't happen,
Like,
but happened later, and then it still fucked everything
11
up.
is Armageddon. 11
Yeah, that's the one
11
where everybody.
it's a temporal Armageddon. Like I said it in the game. It's a temporal Armageddon. Like, we deadass skipped Onaga. We deadass skipped Onaga. We skipped him. Like, he is gone. They could have built up on Onaga though, because they laid out so much shit for him. Like, Goro deadass lost his arm and was left wandering in the woods and shit in the comics, we never saw Goro ever again. Literally, never. I'm dead ass. Like that's the continuity shit that's missing. Cause Takeda's gone. Goro,
Speaking of which, where the fuck is he?
He said it was on a mission.
Oh my god.
And then when all that time shit happened, he's just gone.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like the nigga's out. He's out. Like he's gone. Takeda's gone. Goro is wandering the woods and shit, never to be seen again without any arms. People thought Goro was gonna be Onaga's vessel. They were like, "Holy shit! This is the perfect setup." Oh shit! We thought 11 was gonna be Onaga's game. Then they put Chronica. We're like, "Who the fuck is this bitch?"
No, but in 11, Goro's dead. He's dead.
No. But between 10 and 11, Goro is left wandering. Goro loses his arms.
No, but he's in his lair, dead.
Yeah, he's gone. He's gone now.
He's in his lair, just chilling on his throne.
He's gone now. But like how, like that's the continuity of it. Like there's certain characters that they build up, especially through the comics. If you're a Mortal Kombat guy and you haven't read the comics, you are missing out 100%. But the comics add way more character to these characters. And it, if anything, it adds more to the lack of continuity even in the new timeline. So it's like, okay, cool. This is great. This is great. So it's like, hopefully, with the reboot, we can finally get some time shit. Like, we can actually get, like, a concise story, a concise timeline, a concise elaboration on these characters. Because while Mortal Kombat is a fighting game, in the last 3 or 4 years, they've definitely taken the story approach to their games. Mm-hmm. And if we're just going cinematic fighting movie,
I'm all for it.
I'm here for it, my nigga. Because if we're talking about fighting game stories,
those fights were fucking
dope. Big facts, nigga. I'll let you know.
No, they need to put whoever was choreographed in the fucking game needs to be the choreographed for the movie.
Yeah,
because that shit was fire.
I need me another Mortal Kombat.
If you
movie.
Whoever goes back to my playthrough on Sacred Yama for Mortal Kombat 11, when they showed the Raiden and Liu Kang fights through the timelines and shit, I was spazzing because I knew where every single like fucking fight was, and I was just catching. I'm just like, no fucking way, this shit is deep, nigga. And it's just like, yeah, this is all on purpose. I was spazzing the fight. I was like, no fucking way. So hopefully, with the new timeline, you know, I'm very hopeful on it. But at the same time, honestly, I don't know. I really want to see how Ed Boon can take his game, because now it's bigger. Now it's bigger than it's ever been. You know, even back in the 1990s, it's bigger than that now. So hopefully, we're here. You know, hopefully the next games are more concise. You know, I think that's for me. For me, from Mortal Kombat game, I want story. At that point, when it comes to gameplay, it's always gonna have Mortal Kombat gameplay. Mortal Kombat gameplay is as basic as it is.
Yeah, it's always gonna be NRS.
Exactly. It's good. Like it's gonna be an NRS game, and that's fine. That's fine. I'd much rather a game have decent fighting gameplay and decent good story. We're good. You know what I'm saying? Because at that point, you've delivered what you delivered it. You delivered with the game. You gave it to us. Thank you. You know, I always say, I'm like, what good is a good story if I can't play the game to get to the story? That's why I don't like Mystery Dungeon. Like Mystery Dungeon for me, it's a boring ass game to play through. The stories are great, but the gameplay is boring as shit. The gameplay is boring as fuck. I like, what good is a good story if the gameplay's dick? Look at what are some other games like that?
Dragon Ball Fighters. Dragon Ball Fighters story mode was the equivalent to a mobile game.
The gameplay was great.
Gameplay was absolutely
niggas didn't even play the story.
But to get through the story,
you had to play the story. To get
through the story, you had to keep
and that
fighting.
Shit was a drag.
Keep fighting, and you really didn't get major plot points until you got done with that one chunk of fighting. It was
that whole 8-7 map or whatever.
Yeah.
I literally paid for the season pass just so I can get 21 and not have to play the story.
I did too. I still haven't played the story. I played
I played it for an hour on stream, and I was like, I'm not playing this fucking story.
I played
It's so
half
bad.
of the good
ass,
side.
dude. I'll be real. That shit is so garbage.
half
It
of
was
the
like
good
they were
side.
trying to bring Budokai to a fighting game without the actual Budokai action. I was like, I don't want this.
That's my thing. I'm like, when it comes to a video game, I want to play the game. I don't give a fuck about the story. I read a book. I'd watch a movie. You know what I'm saying? But if you're giving me a game with good story and good gameplay, we lit. We're fucking lit.
Salt, pepper, and the taco seasoning.
I'm making nachos.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Oh, let me over
But
there.
no,
Let
when
me
it
over
when
there.
it come when it,
Nigga, you got a big ass burger.
I was gonna
in your
say
mouth.
you got Wendy's, bitch. Nigga,
Bro,
move.
I had a little 4 for 4. I don't even eat this shit.
4 is
I'm
gas
so
though.
hungry.
4 is gas. Relax. 4 is fire, bro. Yeah. Okay.
I don't like
okay,
the,
you privileged fuck.
The single cheeseburger.
Nah,
I fuck with the.
you can get a double. What are you talking about?
I didn't order this. My mom went to Wendy's and left her phone at the house, so I had no idea she was gone. So when I went downstairs the first time, I was like, "Yo, where you at?" And her phone was in there. And then she came back and she was like, "I went to Wendy's. Ha ha."
Your dog
I
about
left
to
my
put a
phone
sneak
at the
attack
house.
on your food.
Your dog is looking at your shit like, bro, I want that. Hey, yo, blood. Hey, yo.
She's always doing this too.
Yeah, he wants to eat, nigga. Let's keep pushing. No, best RPG. Final Fantasy 14, Outer Worlds, Monster Hunter World, Kingdom Hearts 3, and Disco Elysium.
Yeah, I voted Outer Worlds on this one.
I give it to.
I give it to
Outer Worlds.
Sekiro isn't. Yeah, Sekiro isn't
I'm
like an
giving
RPG.
it to Outer Worlds. That shit is gas.
Disco Elysium.
I don't know what the fuck Disco Elysium is.
That had to be some backdoor type shit.
I'm about to go that bitch up right now.
That's
What
gotta
the
be
fuck is
second
Elysium?
friend spot right
Oh,
next
this
to
shit like a Facebook game. Yeah, nah. Next, I'm giving it to Outer Worlds, bro.
Yo, that's definitely one of Hideo Kojima's boys.
I'm giving it to Outer Worlds. We got best action / adventure game. We have Borderlands 3, Control, Death Stranding.
Wait, is that the one with Astral
Resident
Chain?
Evil 2. The Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening, and Sekiro. I give it to Sekiro.
Yeah, I gave it to Sekiro. You know what's crazy?
Sekiro.
We didn't get a horror game thing this time.
Because Resident Evil 2 would have won.
Yeah, it should have gotten something. RE2 wasn't bad at all. It just competing against these other games, it's not up there because it's in a category where it just doesn't belong.
I don't think it needs to compete.
How does it win?
I don't think Resident Evil 2 doesn't need to compete. That's one of the greatest games of the last 2 decades. It doesn't need, and it's a remake, a probably one of the best remakes of a game we've ever seen in the last couple of years. It doesn't need to be
until we get
3. It doesn't it doesn't need to be in a rank. Like for me, it doesn't need to be in a countdown. That's me. Because it's Resident Evil 2. Like Resident Evil 2. Mm-hmm. Like it doesn't. We're good. Like the fact that it's even competing is just like why. You know what I'm saying? Like why even bother? We got so we're Sekiro. Sekiro hands down.
Sekiro.
Okay. We got best act.
Sekiro was yo, Dragon. I don't think you're good at the game.
Oh man. Hey.
Dog, Sekiro is just fun.
I know I didn't beat it, of course, but I set up my camera real quick. Hold on, y'all. Because I'm over here having lag issues and shit.
Like, the only people that say Sekiro is
I'm good.
Are people that just don't like those type of games.
I'm good. Next is best action game.
Devil May Cry 5.
Devil May Cry 5. Apex Legends.
I gave it to
Astral
Astral
Chain.
I gave it to Astral Chain. Have you beaten Astral Chain?
Have you beaten Devil May Cry 5?
I have. I've done both. Astral Chain's story is fucking like godlike.
Best action game, you cuck.
Astral Chain.
I mean, you got it, King.
Dog, if I'm playing DMC, I'm just playing a fighting game at that point. All those combos that I can do, I'm just playing a fight. I'm playing a fighting game simulator where nobody fights back except the boss.
It's a problem.
There's not a problem. What I'm saying is Astral Chain has better action, in my opinion, for that game.
I mean, I can give
Ain't
you
nobody
that,
announcing no
but
fucking Sora in Smash Bros.
I can give you that, but still, like Devil May Cry 5.
It's up
I
there.
don't
Don't
know.
like two and two. Don't get me wrong. Like it's not free. I'm not saying Astral Chain free. You know, I had to think about it. I did all my voting before we got to this point while we were talking about whatever the fuck it was. Kingdom Hearts. That's
I
when
just
did all
don't
my
think they're
voting.
on the same tier, dog. Like Devil May Cry is S tier. Astral Chain is a high A. It's a high A, but Devil May Cry is just in a different tier.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Like
I will, you know, I'll say Metro Exodus. Yeah, that's a pretty fun game.
I'll give you Astral Chain for being unique.
But it's not better than
But it's not better
Cry.
than Devil May Cry. It's unique in the sense where you actually have to control two characters and you have to actually play with your
Tactically.
Yeah, you have to, because I mean, if you just go in there by yourself, nigga, you as a person, you're losing that fight. You need your what's they call them shits? They what are they called?
let's just call it a persona, or a stand.
Your stand. You need them to do actual damage to these bosses, but in order to do that, you really have to hold on. You really have to play with this for you, play with this for them. So I think in terms of like, it's a unique way to play the game, sure. But in a game where you're pretty much, I mean, at that point, it's pretty much the exact same thing if you want to talk about nobody's battling you. Because if that's the case, you're going through these levels, have the fucking, think about Astral Chain, it's exactly like Devil May Cry. Have the regular ass mobs, don't fight back, and when they do, it's just because you don't know anything about them until you get to the actual boss fights. The boss fights are like the meat of everything. Whereas Devil May Cry is the combo shit.
I can agree with
so if anything, Astral Chain is dead ass Devil May Cry 5.
Now let me rebuttal that with, I don't think, I mean, this category is action game, right? I feel like Astral Chain has way too much strategy to be enjoyed as an action game. You get what I'm saying?
Like you can't just run in guns blazing.
Like you can't, yeah. You have to actually.
That's why Devil May Cry is the best action game.
Yeah, you have to
like Devil May Cry 3
about your movements.
Devil May Cry 3 is the best action game because you walk in that bitch. Hey, how y'all doing? Bob, swing. You just yes, nigga, yes. And it's just like yeah. That rush, right? Astral Chain is like okay, I'm going through this level, send in my legion, kill this little mob or whatever, get to the next thing, cutscene, boss fight, cutscene, little side quest. You do the exact same thing for the little area thing. And it's literally Astral Chain. I feel like tries way too. I feel like Astral Chain is a dumbed down Nier.
No, so say for instance, if Astral Chain was put in the same category as action adventure, then it would definitely get Sekiro.
No. If Astral Chain was in action adventure, because it's more of a storytelling.
It's like a detective type.
Yeah, it's like that. It's your dead ass playing Power Rangers, my nigga. So it's a good game, but it's just like it's unique. I think that's the. It's a unique special game, but I feel like Devil May Cry for the genre itself is like Devil May Cry 5. I've seen people say it's the best Devil May Cry game, and there's 3's right there. So like that's saying a lot. And 3's
DMC 5 was definitely, it got me into the series more than what I was.
Devil May Cry made me fucking spaz. When I got to find out who the last nigga was, Mikey was there. Mikey was there for that shit. When I found out like the plot twist, nigga, I can't. I promise you, I damn near broke my shirt. Nigga, I was spazzing the fucker. I was like, there's no fucking way.
All what is Devil May Cry served very, very good justice to Devil May Cry 3. I mean, Devil May Cry 5 served justice to Devil May Cry 3. And, you know how...
They also retconned that story, which made no fucking sense to me. But, continue.
You know how I was talking about Borderlands, how they tried to force, the Handsome Jack thing into into Borderlands 3? Devil May Cry 5 does that so well with Devil May Cry 3.
Well,
how Dante gets he fights Cerberus again.
Yeah,
and everything is just it was a nod to Devil May Cry 3.
That ass.
And
Devil May Cry 5 is the perfect love letter to the entire series. Dante's
Exactly.
the exact same, like, attitude-wise towards all the bosses. All the bosses know him. They're like, nigga, I know who the fuck you are. I will kill you. Come on. Come on, puppy. He was like, all right, yeah, it's your ass. It's your fucking ass. And he kills him. It's like, this is fire. And then it's like,
It is.
you know, like, it's shit like that. Like, for people to say that Devil May Cry 5 was better than 3 is saying a lot. Because Devil May Cry 3 is the best game in the series. Literally.
it was its masterpiece.
It's Dante's defining game. Like, that's why he's loved. It's Devil May Cry 3. And then before it came out, I was like, okay, cool. Nero's here. He's Virgil's son. We're good. We accept him. People didn't like Virgil. People did not like that nigga at first.
Nobody liked Virgil.
Nobody liked Nero at first. Nobody liked Nero. Nobody liked Nero, dude. When Nero came out, he was
Before
like,
we
okay.
found out who Nero was, the way that Dante was like introducing him, like he was interacting with him, it was like he was sonning him, like he was his uncle or some shit.
Like,
and it was just like, bro,
like,
what
damn,
the
bro.
fuck? When we found out that was his uncle, it's just like.
Then you look at Virgil like, nigga, what's good with you? Then you play his story, and it's like, you see the girl he sleeps with, it's like, nigga, you are disgusting. Then you see him in 5, and it's like, you don't know where Nero's from? He's like, wait a minute. Oh, that was a long time ago. It's like, yeah, you don't fucking say. What's good with you?
Yo, he out here sleeping with
this nigga Virgil was a slut.
Oh yeah,
Nero.
Virgil was definitely slinging peace.
Nero came out good. He came out with his dad's jeans 100%.
Well, I'm saying is his mom's ugly.
No. When we saw her, she had like a little drape over her head, but she had her chin and shit. I'm over exaggerating it for the story.
She got a man chin.
No, I'm just over exaggerating it for the story.
I just want to know if she's ugly or not.
I don't know if she's ugly. Leave me alone. What the fuck's happening here? Anyway, but no, Devil May Cry, I think as an action game, 100% wins that. 100%. I think it is the action game this year.
Yeah,
I think it is the action game. Capcom was on a roll. They released RE2 and Devil May Cry 5, and that ass a month span of each other. Oh yeah, run that. That's a dub. That's a dub. We got next we have best ongoing game. Apex Legends, Destiny 2, Final Fantasy 14, Fortnite, and Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six. I give it to. This is hard. I give it to 14. I give it to 14 because I've heard nothing but positive feedback about their expansion. I've heard nothing but positive feedback.
Yeah,
but at the same time, though,
good.
I've heard nothing but positive. But look at Apex. Apex did a whole 360 from their original motto.
So did Destiny 2.
And so did Destiny 2. So it's like
this one's gonna be tough. Like I don't think there are any bad losers on this.
Even Rainbow Six Siege. We were just talking about Siege earlier.
Yeah,
we were. The only reason I can confidently say it about 14 is because 14's had years in development compared to Apex, which is brand new, and then Destiny 2, which it's about a year or two old, and they caught a lot of flack. It took them months, almost half a year, to fix themselves.
No, 14,
and that was just on Destiny 2.
What?
That was just on console alone. Like Final Fantasy 14's got almost a decade worth under its belt, and it's going strong. Shadowbringers only added to that. It gave us a bunch of new the classes, the races, all that kind of shit. So it was just overall as an ongoing game. If I was just brand new and I was like, oh, which one of these games would I want to invest all my time into? It would not be Destiny 2. I would drop it over after a year.
I think if we're
probably
talking
the one that I would commit to.
I think if we're talking out of the games that we listed, if we're talking about committing to a game, I
feel like that's what applies to ongoing game. Like something that keeps
I think 14 and Rainbow Six would be my two. Because Rainbow Six, I'm telling you, whenever I see Rainbow Six Siege at like their highest view counts for whatever update they get, literally it always happens. Rainbow Six Siege is up there every single time they get a new update. because people keep coming back to that bitch. They keep coming back. They play for hours or whatever. It's there for like a week or so. Then it goes right back down because the meta starts like adapting to that newer shit. Rainbow Six Siege is I hear nothing but good things about it. Obviously niggas are sweaty, but that's just the games. This is the games themselves.
I love that term now.
Niggas are sweaty.
I love that term.
But like I said, I think I'm gonna give it to 14 because 14 does have that. It does have that 10-year. But wouldn't that be unfair though? Because that 10-year advantage.
Well,
no, I mean it's ongoing.
If you put it down for just this past year or two, it still had Shadowbringers and whatever the fuck the one was before Shadowbringers.
I gotta play through 14. Y'all niggas be gassing the fuck up out of that damn game.
Join the server with me, big dog. I'll take care of you, or rather, I'll have other people take care of you. I can't carry nobody. I'm getting carried myself. But
I gotta
appreciate the honesty. And then this one is huge.
I gotta appreciate the honesty, bro. I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate the honesty.
All right, so I'm gonna give it to 14. Because I did play it a little bit. And I liked what I played.
Oh, dog! I want you to know I had to stop playing with Indakuba in them because I almost dead ass. I almost like because like I think it was like this was like the very first night I played, and I played for like maybe like 3-4 hours, right? And it was about to hit 1 o'clock. I was like, wait a minute, I gotta go to sleep. I gotta record. Let me put the game down. Let me put the game down. And I slept on it. I just was like, damn, bro, am I really about to sit here and commit to this bitch again? I'm like, wait a minute. Fuck. I'm like, I'm good, bro. I'm not gonna do it. And then I played it with Fu in the server, and I was just playing it for like what felt like the entire day, but it was only like maybe like an hour or so. And I gotta say, Doug, I was just like, this game is dangerous.
You will get sucked.
This game is dangerous. It's a dangerous ass game, dog.
When you play by yourself, you're not gonna get sucked in. When you play with homies, it's a
no.
wrap.
That's it. I'm gonna say this right now, dog. For a game like that, bro, I gotta have at least a week's worth of videos done before I even get to that point. Like I'll probably play like once a week, but that week will be. That once a week will be like hours. Like I'm talking, will be the whole entire day, damn near, and that's fine. Cause like a game like that game is just addicting. The first time I played it, I was just like, yeah, this bitch fire. This bitch is fire. The whole thing was.
He
great.
looking around like Mikey was when he was using VR.
Yeah, Mikey was like. that bitch is. I think I'm gonna give it to 14 too. I think I'm gonna give it to 14.
All right, so. Hold on, before we go, I gotta say something about 14. So
you played it, Mikey?
I'm gonna give it to 14. And I played it, and from what I played, I liked it. But 2020, we gonna see Phantasy Star Online on this fucking list, dog.
Oh, word?
And it's gonna blow Final Fantasy out of the water. It is. Just from the sheer things you can do in that fucking game. Like, you can literally be an attack helicopter. There's a skin. There's a model skin that you could be an attack helicopter.
Doesn't
Well, I remember watching you and Shino play that shit.
When does the English?
I might. Is it coming to Steam?
It's
supposed to be getting in English. We're supposed to be getting in English.
It's gonna be in It's gonna start off as like a Microsoft game, so it's probably gonna be
Game Pass, probably.
Well, you don't buy it, so it's gonna be free to play. So it's free to play. It's like you grind for everything, but the grind isn't hard. Like the game is super.
That's why
pick up
you
and play.
lost your lives to that damn game.
Dog, we lost so much.
Mikey stopped uploading. Shino stopped uploading for like months. I was like, what are y'all niggas doing?
Dog, that game.
We're playing. Hold on, it did it
but
again.
It's like the story is absolutely boring. It's all about the gameplay in the world and what you can do. Like when the events come through, the raids, and every 2 or 3 hours. Every 2 or 3 hours, it's just like clockwork. They're all set up. There's actually a schedule for it. It's called the EQ. It's a huge raid, and you fight this huge boss with like maybe 12. It's 12 other people. Happens every hour on the hour. You get really, really fucking good loot. You get really good, items, gold, all that kind of shit. So all I'm
Is your
saying
account
is
transferred over when you?
it's
Oh,
not.
so you're just gonna be starting off.
That's the Japanese server. It's kind of like, because the thing is, Japan has a deal with a lot of these other, all the crossovers that they do is like Japan exclusive. So they got like Hatsune Miku crossovers. They got Persona crossovers. They had Fairy Tail crossover. They got a lot of crossovers. So coming over to the States is going to be licensing issues and all that kind of stuff. So what I think is going to happen is when they do come over, it's going to be like
boneless.
Not so much as it's not so much as a fresh slate, but they have a lot of IPs that they could work with. So it's Sega. So they have all their internal. So we're definitely going to see the Persona 5 crossovers. We're going to see the Sonic crossovers. We're going to see they got Samba de Amigo crossovers. All that kind of shit. All the Sega IPs are going to do
a Skies of Arcadia crossover. I'm playing.
If they do, if all the Sega IPs, they're going to be
Sega. Run my fucking check, nigga. Run that goddamn game, nigga. I'm sorry.
They've got so many connections over here on the US side to where that, maybe the Fairy Tail event won't happen, but we may get like a Astral Chain event. We may get, like a Bayonetta event or some shit like that. So anything can happen with Phantasy Star Online because it's just like it's a anime gag game. That's the best way that I can say it with dope ass gameplay. Okay. So it's a lot of crazy shit that happens, but it's a lot of serious shit that happens too. So
let's move on. Let's go to best score / music. The contestants are Cadence of Hyrule, Death Stranding, Devil May Cry 5, Kingdom Hearts 3, and Sayonara Wild Hearts.
All right, so the only thing
I've never played Sayonara Wild Hearts.
Yeah, I haven't either.
I've only played Kingdom Hearts, Devil May Cry, and I've heard the music of Cadence of Hyrule, and it is great.
I'm giving it to either Cadence of Hyrule or Kingdom Hearts 3.
Same.
I heard people didn't like KH3 music. Nah,
KH3 was fire.
Yeah, Kingdom Hearts 3 music was great. Kingdom Hearts 3 music was good. Like that shit is fire. Shit is fire.
We're not gonna sit here and be like Devil Trigger's not a banger.
Yes, but that's the one song out of their entire like.
I know.
That's the one song out of their entire like roster of songs in their game.
Yeah. And if you watch the video, you're not gonna like that song anymore. Don't watch the music video for that song.
I hate that.
It's so fucking weird.
Yeah, it is. But Cadence of Hyrule is up there. If it's not Cadence of Hyrule, it's Kingdom Hearts 3. I think Cadence of Hyrule music is really, really good. Let's keep going. We have best art direction: Control, Death Stranding, Gris, Sayonara Wild Hearts. I must find out what this game is about. Sekiro, and then Link's Awakening.
Okay, so with art direction.
Oh my god.
Have you guys seen Control?
I've seen it, but I haven't played it for myself.
Ain't that the game before I even say anything. Ain't that the game with that bitch with the powers, the X-Men simulator?
Yeah.
Like,
run that, dog. Run that. You playing as Jean Grey, dog. Fuck out of here with that shit. You dead ass. Fuck out of here with that shit. You are.
But like the shit that you can do and the environments that they make up is.
Yeah, but that's not the art though, Mikey.
What do they mean by art then? Because I mean it says outstanding creative or technical achievement. So that's got to be with the in-game assets, right?
Nah, I just think it's the art.
I just think it's the aesthetic. I think that's.
Because there's another one that's just for game direction.
Yeah, that's game direction. So it's like if we're talking about art direction, I just looked at this Sayonara Wild Hearts game. Mm-hmm. If it's not Link's Awakening, it's probably Sayonara Wild Hearts.
Let me look
that like it's very Persona 5-esque in terms of like aesthetic, but instead of like the red, it's purple. When you see it, you'll see it. Or you can do Gris. Gris is literally like an entire art show. You see it?
Mm-hmm. Tear it
Yo,
up.
they're dying.
Oh, okay. I see sign off.
Yeah.
Okay, I see what you mean.
It's like Persona 5's aesthetic, but instead of like the red and black, it's purple with like a little hint of blue. So if it's about art direction, I think it's either Link's Awakening or Sayonara Wild Hearts.
Okay, little girl. Damn. All right.
I don't think I can give it to Sekiro because Sekiro still has that Dark Souls curse of being too gray.
I gave it to Sekiro because I like Sekiro.
Like that game is not. Relax.
Hey, bro, chill out, man.
Relax.
Just because you couldn't, don't mean it's not great.
What are you talking about?
Gym, right?
Devil May Cry 5 is a better game than Sekiro.
Huh?
Yup. Anyway, next topic.
Why though?
You messed up my entire layout. I hope you know that.
I know. I looked at it on stream I waited for that right moment. I waited to see it on stream and watch the cameras fuck up.
Anyway, like I said. Next!
It's time for me to get up out of here,
Is,
though, bro. I gotta feed this little girl and take her out.
Oh, you gotta go?
It's been 3 hours.
Damn, has it really?
Damn, it has.
We ain't even halfway done with this shit. Well, hurry up and go take her out.
I asked you, like, if you wanna go straight through
Hurry
it.
up and go take her out.
I mean, y'all can run through stuff or whatever.
It's fine.
Yeah, I'll be back.
Because we only have like 2 or 3 more though.
Okay.
So it's like we can just run it back though. It doesn't matter to me. Best narrative, we have A Plague Tale: Innocence, Control, Death Stranding, Disco Elysium, and Outer Worlds.
I haven't played.
What the fuck is Disco
Outer
Elysium?
Worlds? I heard Death Stranding's story was very good.
I heard it's a bore to get through though.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I heard it's a bore to get through though. Like I think Afro just canceled that bitch on his channel. He was like, yeah, this ain't it for me. This ain't it for me. Well, while Yoku's gone, and it's like a little brief intermission. If everybody's still enjoying the podcast, I know we've been live for like 3 hours now, which I actually did not even pay attention to. If anybody's interested in watching the highlights of any of the topics discussed in today's podcast and or supporting the podcast, keep up to date with the podcast, all that stuff is in the description section below right now. If you want to be involved in the podcast, you actually have to be a member or a Patreon, and you need a webcam and a decent mic. We're gonna start doing guests really soon. I kind of want to have the podcast like established, everybody's personalities. You know what I'm saying? More fleshed out more before we start adding guests. So if anybody's interested, all that extra good stuff is in the description. Thank you so much for coming on and staying. We've had a consistent 150 plus people up in here. Thank you all so much, by the way. Yeah, and that's pretty much it. We're almost done with this list. We can go. I hope everybody's had a great Sunday. I hope everybody ate today. I know I was damn near passing the fuck out. I asked Mike, I was on the floor. I think it was dying.
I gotta get to my nachos, nigga.
Hey, let's hurry up and end this off. We're at
the fuck?
We're at best narrative. Are you good?
I could not open that to save my life.
We're at best narrative. I think I might give it to Death Stranding. I had never played Death Stranding, but I hear it's really good. I've never played.
I think it's gonna be. As well.
I've watched somebody play Tale of Innocence, and I hear it's great. I hear it's great for like a horror-esque game. I remember that was like a trending thing for a little bit in the summer. Like that was pretty much that though, you know.
I've literally never heard of this game.
You never had to play it? That shit came out, I think, in the summertime. Or like in the fall-ish area, like September, August-ish. I think. I don't know. I'm gonna give it to Death Stranding though. I
heard Outer Worlds was incredibly short.
Yeah, it's short as fuck. We got Best Game Direction. I'm going to give it to RE2. The nominees are Control, Death Stranding, Resident Evil 2, Sekiro Shadow Die Twice, and Outer Wilds. Instead of Outer Worlds. It's Outer Wilds.
Is that a different game than Outer Worlds?
Yes. It's a way different game.
That is all right. Direction.
I'm giving it to Resident Evil 2. Best game direction.
Honestly,
you had to remake the entire thing of Resident Evil 2.
You know what? Yeah, I think I would give it to Resident Evil 2 because direction is. I feel like Death Stranding is going to get it simply because I'm looking at the description as what for outstanding creative vision and innovation. So obviously everybody's gonna think that delivering mail is gonna be so fucking innovative and a good way to tell stories and whatnot. And that's how they're gonna break the justification for giving Death Stranding this award. But I do have to say Resident Evil 2 because you got to have fun factor with game direction as well. Mm-hmm. I mean that ties in with design as far as I'm concerned because I'm trying to be a game designer. But I feel like the direction, where it's going, it has to be a fun journey. Mm-hmm. It can't be like a snooze fest to get to one point to the other.
Resident Evil 2 is that should go through playthroughs on playthroughs on playthroughs.
Yeah.
They're fun.
And the story is fucking great. Yeah. Resident Evil 2 has the best story. Like as far as the Resident Evil I guess the story.
I think it captures how dire the situation was in Raccoon City.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's like the meat and potatoes of the actual outbreak. Yeah. So it had just happened. Shit was fucked up. Everybody had turned, and like this is the thick of it. It's kind of like
because 3 is a
kind of like
because 3 is like a prequel
of The Walking Dead. No, 3. Resident Evil 3 happened at the same time as Resident Evil 2.
But the events starts before 2.
Yeah, it starts before 2.
And once you get to like the middle portion, it segues into like where 2 starts. You see where Leon and them was at, like where the car was at.
It started like an hour before.
Yeah, like a couple hours,
So like Jill was ahead of Resident Evil 2.
She was already out that bitch. She was already out that bitch. Mm-hmm. But that's I don't know. I think 2 when it comes to definitely like just direction to make what 2 is compared to the original, to make it as better as it is as the original. I think that's just a really good game. 100%.
I agree.
And last but not least, so we can wrap up everything and we can go and eat and y'all can go to sleep. I know we've been live. We've been podding, dog. We've been podding. Let's fucking go. I like this shit. I like having these long ass conversations where it's just us talking this shit. We podding, nigga. We podding. It's a podcast, huh? I'm sorry. Game of the year is Control, Death Stranding, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, Resident Evil 2, Sekiro Shadow Die Twice, and The Outer Worlds. I know Ioku voted for Sekiro, which is not a bad idea. It's not a bad idea. Mm-hmm. It's not a bad.
It had a lot of hype around.
Yeah, of course.
Like a lot.
It's Firm's next outing. You're only as good as your last outing, and they knocked it out the park with that one. The Sekiro's a great game. Mm-hmm. For me, I know Death Stranding's gonna win because they love Kojima for some reason. Just make a horror game, my nigga. For me, it's Resident Evil 2.
I will have to go with Resident Evil 2 as well.
Okay.
Even though we know Death Stranding is going to get it.
Only reason though, but that's so weird though, because I was just talking to Yoke about that earlier though. I was like, I feel like Resident Evil 2 shouldn't even be on this list. Like the RE2 remake should not be on this list. I think that game is just I think it's that good of a game to not even be considered in this list. Like some extra hierarchy type of shit. They deadass took one of the best horror games in the genre. Deadass made it one of the best games to come out this year, and Deadass made it better than what it was a remake of. So much,
100%
that
agree.
3 is gonna knock this out the park.
It's gonna be crazy.
3 is gonna 3 nigga.
My girl Jill and my nigga Carlos about to come in wrecking shit. You feel me?
I'm just saying, bro. I think 2 100% is like Resident Evil 2 is so good, dude. It was just a really, really amazing game from start to finish. Even when you switch characters to Claire's story, because I know everybody chose Leon, of course, for the first outing or whatever. And when you go back and play the DLCs, the game modes they had for the DLCs, when you run back and play through the playthroughs for the difficulties and shit, just how they redid the police station. They made Mr. X a crazy force to be reckoned with. You know what I'm saying?
They made him more like he was supposed to be. He was more like Nemesis.
Yeah, and which means Nemesis is gonna be a monster.
Nemesis is
that nigga got the actual cannons. I'm sorry, but they made Mr. X way better of an antagonist. Made him like a lingering force until you get down there. Then as soon as you see him down there again, he's still the final boss. Oh shit, we're here. The music was great. The atmosphere was great, nigga. You're not telling me walking through fucking stars when you get to the part where you see the liquor, nigga. The fucking mist is in them fucking thing. The windows are cracked. You had a fucking liquor licking and shit, stomping on the fucking ceilings. You're like, fuck, dog, it's a liquor. Meanwhile, the little nasty ass cop bitch in the back, you're just trying to just get through the door and shit so she can leave you alone. You're like, that liquor's in this motherfucker. You see him, you just gotta walk past. Some niggas ain't know to walk past. Some niggas don't know that. Some niggas don't know you gotta walk past them. And I like that. The attention to detail when you walk past them, there's a certain speed you have to walk past them by too. Because if you walk past them just regular walking, they hear you. And it's like, oh shit. You have to like lightly touch your analog stick. And then go. Like I like that. I don't know. And then it didn't feel bad backtracking when you did, because you had to go back and forth. It felt more rewarding when you did backtrack because they deadass offered you ammo, they offered you upgrades, they offered you extra shit, extra backpacks, extra healing shit for when you do backtrack. It's like, hey, you don't have to, but if you go get those 3 computer keys, you can come back to the armory, set your thing in, and get the entire room. The entire room has that has 2 extra knives, 2 extra ammo kits, a big ass backpack and shit, and a whole fucking grenade launcher, like a shotgun in the fucking back. Yeah. So it's like, okay, cool. I'm gonna come back in this bitch. Then you go back in there after you get done into the once you get in the fucking once you're finished with all the shit inside the police station, even in the garage, you can deadass go all the way back into the police station without Mr. X and just get everything that you missed. And that's it. On to the next. We're going underground. Okay, cool. The crocodile fight wasn't a boss fight like it was in the original, but it made it more believable because I'm not fighting a boss. I'm not fighting a fucking big ass crocodile. I'm running away. Anyway, and they made William better. That's a star of the show. Real talk. They fleshed out more William's character than the original. They actually gave him a personality, gave his wife personality, gave their daughter a personality. Claire actually had to. Yeah, they had like it's like they really did make that game perfect. That's a perfect game.
I feel like all these remakes that are coming out, because we have new technology, man. We have new technology. We have faster computers, better graphics cards, all that kind of shit. This is the visions that they had back in the PlayStation days. This is the visions that they had, just like we were just talking about Ed Boon and his vision. Like, he didn't want Mortal Kombat to be some, copy paste characters. He didn't want Sub-Zero to be the same, to look the same as Scorpion. He didn't want that. But now that he has the tools and the technology to, now he can make it whatever he wanted to. And that's exactly what he did.
But I feel like there's some people though. Like a lot of the time when you like read, like I don't know if, like how often do you like watch these interviews. A lot of these interviews are like, damn, how are we gonna do this? You know, especially if it was one of their best outings. Like for Capcom to say, let's remake Resident Evil 2, that's like, hey, let's make an already established one of the greatest games of all time and make it an even better game. You know what I'm saying? It's a challenge.
The thing is, it is a challenge, but when they went out on the limb with Resident Evil 4 and changed up the entire game space, and it was a hit, it was like, oh shit, we got to do this again. So they tried it again with Resident Evil 5. It was good, but it wasn't, you know, it wasn't as good as 4. Right. So they crapped out. I don't know what the fuck Capcom was doing between Resident Evil 5 and Resident Evil 7, but they were shitting out games that were absolutely fucking trash.
Well, I mean, you gotta remember that's the same time we were getting multiple Street Fighters.
Yeah, I'm just talking about like, I'm talking about Capcom as a whole.
Oh no, that's what I'm saying. That they were in a rut the last couple. They was before the new deck. They were just throwing shit out there.
Yeah, they was throwing shit at the wall to see what sticks.
I mean, come on.
I'm glad Street Fighter 5 stuff.
So are you ready for the inevitable Resident Evil 4 remake? Is the question. Because that's coming, by the way, for people who don't.
I don't think we're gonna get a remake. We're probably gonna get a remaster.
I think we're gonna get a remaster.
We're gonna get it in the RE engine. So it's gonna be the remaster. I don't think they're gonna change anything. I think Ashley's gonna be as annoying as fuck as she always was, but it's good. Like I would love to see Resident Evil 4 in this same in this engine, because that's what this engine is based off of. This engine is based off of Resident Evil 4. Like the game plays exactly like Resident Evil 4. Right. So I don't think they would remake the game. I don't think they would change anything. They would just give us that.
Perfect it.
They would perfect. They would give us the experience that we had with Resident Evil 2 inside, the Resident Evil 4 space. Because man, that game was great. What do you buy it?
I wish you know. I'm still kind of sad. I had to cancel Resident Evil 4, bro. Real sad about that, dude. I'm really sad about that, bro. It just wasn't doing good, but I still had a lot of fun playing that bitch. But it was great though.
What's up? I do want to eat.
We're about to end it off right now.
Okay. Good day.
Also, I would be with my daughters, but no, like I already know Ioku's gonna gas up Sekiro. I can understand Sekiro gas. I can understand Sekiro gas though. I accept it actually. That was my first Firm Software game. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Will I go play the other ones? No.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm not.
I wouldn't either. Like Sekiro is one of those games where it's just like it's just relatable. Like the other From Software games, they kind of out there.
Definitely. Oh, hey, you got some the demon shit. The gods versus from the family, the royal family, the legion. What?
They kind of
out there. Out there. Sekiro's that ass just.
It's right up the anime.
Yeah, it's that ass. It's that ass right there. So, hey, here's a samurai. Here's like a guardian. You gotta nigga gets his arm chopped off there, and you find out an ancient tale about the. So yeah, I like that. It's simple. It's simple, but the gameplay is definitely the gameplay is the meat. And I think at that point that's what the game. That's what games are all about. It's just like, oh, Yoko's right here. He just looks lost. Yoku, unmute your mic, nigga. Okay.
Can I sit down first, nigga? Damn.
No.
I promise you. I promise you. I thought you forgot you were in this bitch. I thought you were gonna start beating off and call. I was gonna say I gotta cancel this motherfucking stream, yeah. I gotta cancel the stream.
Why would I
gotta cancel the stream, y'all. I thought you forgot you were up in here, but no, we were just talking about Sekiro for Game of the Year, and I was like, I know you were gonna choose it. I wish you were here to elaborate.
Yes, absolutely. What are the contenders?
The contenders are Control, Death Stranding, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, Resident Evil 2, Sekiro, and Outer Worlds. Me and Mikey already gave our opinions. It's Resident Evil 2.
Okay. So I'm gonna take them, I guess, like out of the list one by one. Smash Bros is definitely not Game of the Year. Death Stranding is not Game of the Year. Control is not Game of the Year. Although Control could be considered, but it's not Game of the Year. It's too controversial to be Game of the Year. Outer Worlds is too new, and too open. Resident Evil 2 is up there for sure. So yeah, I would bring it down between RE2 and Sekiro. The reason that I would say Sekiro takes it over RE2 is because RE2 is technically a remake, whereas Sekiro is its own game in a sense. On top of the fact that Soulsborne games generally have a story that you got to dig for. Sekiro, you don't have to dig for. Everything's brought to you in a very...
It's given.
Yeah, it's like a cinematic, samurai-esque type of thing, or ninja type of thing and whatnot. But overall, the game itself is solid. There's very little flaws about Sekiro, and then the flaws that people would complain about aren't actually flaws. They're just game mechanics that people don't like. But the game as a whole is solid.
I fucks with it.
I hear you. I hear that shit, nigga. I'm sorry for being like this.
I can't wait till Game Awards next year, though.
Why?
Game Awards next year is
Final Fantasy VII is winning.
Dog, Final Fantasy VII, Ghost of Tsushima.
That one's up there. Neo 2. That one's gonna be up there as well.
Yeah. It's going to be a crazy ass like list of contenders for next year.
They're gonna put Persona 5R in there just because it's new.
Well, not for Game of the Year.
Nah, if it pops the same way
RPG of the year, probably. It won RPG.
Yeah,
probably. No, Final Fantasy's right there.
Oh yeah.
I'm telling you, it's gonna be some contenders next year. Final Fantasy is winning everything. I promise you.
I don't know about everything, but
I will bet money on Final Fantasy.
I think Final Fantasy, depending on, because we don't know what the rest of the games coming out next year, but as far as what we know right now, I think Final Fantasy VII will win at least 4 out of whatever number they do. I think it's going to win RPG. I think it's going to win Game of the Year. I think it's going to win the best score and potentially the best action game, or what do we just have? The art direction / game direction or whatever? Yeah. I think it's going to win one of those.
It's going to be both of those, actually. It's probably going to be art and game direction.
So yeah, that's like 5 or 6 titles right there just for FF7.
Well, I'm glad we know that.
And I don't even like Cloud, so
I'm glad we know that.
But you can't hate on that game, dog.
No, that game is fucking beautiful. Solid. I don't think Breath of the Wild 2 is going to come out next year. I think that it should, but it's not. What we need to get is that Metroid game they teased.
Bayo.
Or or Bayo. But we're not going to get any of that.
Nintendo owes a lot. Nintendo owes a lot next year. Hopefully they deliver. I think that's going to be it. Though, Mikey has to go eat with his family.
I got to go eat.
Yoku, you already ate and you took out the dog. I'm going to go dip. And I'll talk to you all later. First and foremost, before we go, everybody watching this, thank you so much for staying with us for this long-ass podcast. This is like the longest one we've done. It was an amazing time. We covered a lot of shit. I'm going to have a lot of shit to edit, but it's fine. It's fine. We'll talk to you all in 2 weeks before Christmas, right? Before Christmas. Go check out.
Follow me on Twitter. Follow me on Twitter.
Check out the podcast stuff, the Twitter and the channel. All of that is in the description section below. Go check it out. Go stay up to date. I'm gonna upload the highlights throughout the week. And last but not least, go check out today's video that went up earlier today, like an hour or two before we started the podcast. I know the podcast and the video kind of gets overlooked when you stream on the exact same day you upload, but we're good. So go show that some love, as well as go check out Mikey on Twitter and Yoku on Twitter. You should see them literally in the description of the Twitter page, and that's pretty much it. We'll see you all.
Y'all should follow. I'll be posting some profound stuff.
Profound sadness.
I'm gonna go dip out. Jesus Christ, I look like Yajirobe, dog. Real talk. Now I'm thinking about it.
I look like Poir.
Poir? You gotta get your... I mean, you are a pussy.